Alright, hey, what is up guys? It's me, Eddie, and I am back with another episode of Steins Gate, my darling's embrace. So, hold on, let me just get this open on a second screen. Okay, so last episode, we were in the Suzuha route, and that's what we're gonna be doing today. Let me just check the volume real quick, and then we'll get started. Okay, yeah, that seems good. Load. Okay. I just get water. Okay. The next day, Suzuka and I meet up in front of the Brawn Tube workshop.
それではここに第94回円卓会議を行う。
Granted, it's not much of a conference considering it's just the two of us. There's not much we can do about that, at least not without letting the others in on Suzuha's secret. Dara still hasn't come to the lab, and we've already made sure that Mr. Braun isn't at his store.
さて、今日の議題は当然オペレーション7についてであるが、バイト選手よ。
Oh, right. I
ま
can
ずはい
remember
くつ
what
か
was going
確認
on.
しておきたい。
This is Back to the Future.
あのさ、その前にいいかな、岡部倫太郎。
Only his gender swap, and you know except for the professor, who's the protagonist, by the way.
なんだ。
私もオカリンおじさんって呼び方やめたんだから、岡部倫太郎も私のことバイト戦士って呼ぶのやめてくんない？
ふむ。
What does she want from me? Part-time warrior is a part-time warrior. Whatever, there's no point in arguing over this. We didn't have much time left after all.
わかった。では鈴葉よ。
はーい。
まず最初にお前の母親について聞いておきたい。
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
母親の名は何という？
母さんの名前はユキ。橋田ユキだよ。だけどこの時代はまだ結婚してないから天音ユキだね。
I thought they didn't change last names in Japan. Amane Yuki, huh? The name doesn't ring any bells. Though I guess that makes sense. If I'd actually known her, I would have realized the moment Suzuha told me her name. Plus, Yuki still hasn't even met Daru yet.
それでその天音ゆきはコミマでダルと出会ったのだな。
うん、出会ってすぐ意気投合したんだって。
ということはお前の母親もダルと同じくオタクだということか。
まあそういうことになるのかな。二人ともアニメとか未だに好きだし。
Aww. Of all the people to have chemistry with, she must be an absurdly hardcore otaku, considering she met Daru at Kamima.
他に何か情報はないのか。
情報か。そうだな。ああ、そうだ。確か昔コスプレしてたって言ってたっけ。
レイヤーか。
そうそう。あと父さんと初めて会った時に言われたセリフがあったんだ。
それはなんだ。
萌え萌えキュン。
ね。
She has to be messing with me.
おい。俺は真面目に聞いてるんだぞ。ちゃんと答えろ。
Oh my god.
萌え萌えキュン。
バカにしているのか。さてはやはりお前俺を騙して。
違う違う、そうじゃなくて、これが父さんが母さんに初めて会った時の言葉。萌え萌えキュン、結婚してくれーって。
Seriously? I mean, I believe you, but it's just... Wow. Okay, Moe Moe Kyun, I understand that...
それは本当なのか。
だからほんともほんと大真面目な話。
おう。降りてもいいかこの話。
ダメダメダメ、私には岡部倫太郎だけが頼りなんだから。
Daro, come on. Moe Moe Kyun is too ridiculous, even for you. And who the hell would say yes to that? Sure, that's absolutely the sort of thing that Daro would say to a woman, but still.
お前も苦労したのだろうな、鈴葉よ。
あははは。まあそれなりにね。
I then take the opportunity to go over some of the more important pieces of information with Suzuha. First and foremost is Amane Yuki's current whereabouts. Unfortunately, she's moved so many times that it's impossible to figure out where she lives at present. Worst case scenario, she could live outside of Tokyo, which means it's not going to be possible to take Daro to her directly. And anyhow, there's no way we could get even Daro to say such a ridiculous line to a woman who's not even cosplaying. That means our one way out is to get Daro to Kamima, no matter what. Which is not going to be easy. While it wouldn't be impossible to physically drag his huge body there, I prefer to avoid that scenario. We could probably put him to sleep with a stun gun or pills, but it's hard to sneak him into such a crowded venue. And even if we somehow pulled that off, I find it very unlikely that he'd be in the mood or frame of mind to say a line like that to someone he's only just meeting for the first time. So that leaves us with only one option. We have to get Daro to go to Kamima of his own volition. And in order to do that...
やっぱりまずはあいつがお前に対して抱いている変態的恋心をどうにかしなければならないということだな。
変態って。
知らないとはいえ、実の娘に連母しているのだから、そう言われても仕方あるまい。
まあ確かにそうだけどさ、もうちょっとこうオブラートに包んでもよくない？
I don't know. I did find it very funny when I played Coffin of Vandy and Lily, so what am I saying? But to be fair, it was only funny in Chapter 2, when it was a dream. It was treated as a gag. It was actually kind of disgusting in Chapter 3. I'm gonna be completely honest here. Well, I guess that's true, but you could be a little nicer about it. Ha! There's no point in mixing words.
まあいいだろう。とにかく、奴の恋心をどうするかだ。それに対して何か考えは？
それが昨日一晩考えたんだけど、さっぱり。
Rip. She laughs weakly, scratching her head. It's amazing how unreliable she is, despite this being a life or death situation for her.
そういうおかりを岡部倫太郎は？
Couldn't. Never mind.
当然、あるに決まっているだろう。
本当？教えて。
では、耳を貸そう。まずはだな。
なんでフェイリスがそんなことしないといけないのかにゃ？
What are we doing?
だから無理を承知でこうして頼んでいるのではないか。ほら。
私からもお願い。
Oh god, what's going on? Susan and I bow our heads down on the table, but Ferris refuses to budge.
これだけ頼んでもダメか。
Come on, Ferris. You're so cool. You're so... You made Suzuha wear maid uniform in the last route. Well, technically the last two routes because I accidentally started my Eri route in the middle of it, which will be airing at some point. Anyways.
いくら京馬とスズニャンの頼みでもさすがにそれは難しいにゃ。
What is the request?
そこをなんとか。
What is the request? We're currently begging Ferris to help us out with our Daro problem. Before everything fell to pieces, Daro was obsessed with Ferris. He was such a massive fan, he'd swing by Maid Queen nearly every day. I'm sure it's not hard to see where I'm going with this. The plan I came up with involves having Ferris charm Daro so that he can move on from his perverted love for Suzuha. I know it's kind of daft to say this about my own creation, but this plan is perfect. If Daro's go back to normal, there'll be no reason for him to continue with his current job. Which means he'll have plenty of time to attend Kamima. Perfect, right? In fact, it'd be beyond perfect. You could even say it's awe-inspiring. I'm not taking no for an answer.
ダメにゃ。
どうやってもダメか。
ダメにゃ。フェイリスにはできないにゃ。
None of my scheming means a thing if Ferris refuses to help. I have no choice. I didn't want to use this option, but
そうか。残念だ。お前ならできると思ったのだが。
ごめんにゃ。
いや、いいんだ。邪魔をしたな、フェイリス。さあ行くぞ、スズ。
I look at my partner in crime and stand up.
でも
諦めろ、スズハ。こうなってはもはやダルを救う手立てはない。最初から俺たちには無理だったということだ。行くぞ。
I take Suzuha by the hand and step towards the register, the bill in my other hand.
待つにゃ。
Ferris's slender arm stops me. Perfect, just as planned.
今の話はどういうことにゃ。
何の話だ。
ごまかさないでにゃ。今ダルニャンを救うって言ったにゃ。それどういう意味にゃ。
いや、協力してもらえないなら話しても仕方のないことだ。
Oh, come on. I mean, I got... This is corny. Come on, Okabe. I mean, if it works, it works.
事情があるなら話は別だにゃ。もちろん話によるけど。話すにゃ、今日も。
Ferris grips my arm tightly. I wink at Suzuha and we sit back down. I give Ferris a vague outline of everything that's happened so far. I tell her about how Daro's obsessed with a dangerous and manipulative woman. He's been desperately working multiple jobs to pay tribute to her, even at the cost of attending Kamima, something he'd been so excited for. However, no matter what we tell him, he won't listen to us. We're worried about his future. That's why we have to open Daro's eyes to the truth. And we can't do that without Ferris.
知らなかったにゃ。ダルニャンがそんなことに。
この店に来なくなった理由も実はそこにある。
Ferris gazes straight into my eyes, almost as though she's looking for something. I haven't lied. I just left out certain details. Well, you lied about him being attracted to a dangerous and manipulative woman. Besides, if I told her even the tiniest of lies, Ferris would be able to see through it. I don't know why, but this girl has a ridiculously sharp intuition. I return Ferris's gaze.
なるほど。わかったにゃ。
では
ダルニャンは確かにお客さんではあるけど、フェイリスの友達でもあるにゃ。そういう事情があるなら協力するにゃ。
Yeah, that's a spirit. Good, she believes me.
それにしてもよくもあれだけデタラメが言えるよね。
デタラメではない。すべて真実だ。
After gaining Ferris's cooperation, the two of us relocate to a corner area of May Queen. I quietly survey the cafe.
そんなことより誰にはちゃんと連絡したんだろうな。
うん。さっきここで待ってるってメールした。
それで返答は。
すぐに来るって。
Suzuha forces a smile and sips the milk tea in front of her. She's finally beginning to understand what sort of feelings Dara has developed for her. Ugh. Oh lordy, we'll probably be waiting here for a little while. Or at least that's what I thought, but the cafe doors open as I extend my hand towards my coffee cup. There stands Dara, out of breath. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Mayqueen isn't that far from the lab, but seriously? He had to have dropped everything and just dashed over. Upon seeing Dara, Ferris moves in to greet him. Susan and I keep tabs on the situation from our hiding spot.
おかえりにゃさいませ。ダールにゃ、久しぶりだにゃ。来てくれて嬉しいにゃ。
This isn't gonna work.
僕呼ばれてきたんだけどさ。
ああ、連れの人ならさっき休養ができたからって帰っちゃったにゃ。
By the way, we haven't told Ferris that it's Suzuha who called him here. It's supposed to be the woman who Dara's obsessed with right now, after all.
帰った？マジで？
Oh no, I see how this is gonna backfire.
うん、代わりに謝っといてほしいって。
そっか。 残念だお。
待つにゃ。
Dar's just trudging off, but Ferris stops him.
せっかく来たんだからお茶くらいしていくにゃ。
あ、いやでも僕バイトがあるから。
そんなこと言わにゃいで。サービスするにゃにゃ。
え、あ、ちょ。
Ferris is a pro. Without being too forceful, she wraps her arm around him and drags him inside. Even Dar can't say no to being treated like that. He quietly takes a seat.
ここまでは全て計画通りだな。
あとはフェイリスさえ頑張ってくれれば。
Oh wait, no, I think I know the problem. Is he gonna find them? Before Dar is even able to make an order, Ferris brings him an iced coffee.
あれ、僕まだ何も頼んでないんだけど。
だからサービスするって言ったにゃ。いつも来てくれてるお礼にゃ。
まあただならいいんだけど、僕いろいろと入り用だから。でも今ちょっとバイトで忙しいから飲んだらすぐに帰るのだぜ。
Well, it's good that you got work, but you know, it just kind of feels like, you know, you don't have to lose your soul to be a productive member of society. That's just kind of what I want to say. You get what I'm saying, right?
バイト？へえ、何か欲しいものでもあるのかにゃ。
それはプレゼントで、フェイリスさんには関係ないことだお。
I notice Ferris' shoulders twitch ever so slightly.
そうなんだ。残念だにゃ。フェイリス、ダルニャンのこともっといろいろ知りたいのににゃ。すごい。ずっと父さんの目を見つめたまま、手だけはガムシロップを入れてコーヒーを混ぜてる。
This is hilarious.
確かフェイリスの得意技で目を見て混ぜ混ぜとかいうテクニックだ。
Legend has it that no customer who has come to May Queen has ever been able to resist the charms of that technique. The first time Dar fell victim to it, he was a mess.
じゃあいただきます。
He gulps down the iced coffee, completely unfazed by Ferris' special powers. Ferris' shoulders twitch again.
なんかフェイリスの様子が。
ああ、たった今ダルはフェイリスのプライドをズタズタに切り裂いたのだ。
Dar calmly places the empty glass on the table and stands up. Ferris, on the other hand, looks as though flames have just burst from her back.
じゃあ僕は忙しいからこれで。
Ferris wraps his hand around Dar's arm as he stands up to leave.
あれは。
うわ、大胆。あれって絶対当たってるじゃん。
Don't be too bold though, it might be a little too obvious.
あれは伝説の非王機。当ててんのよ。
It's not gonna work.
当ててんのよ。
This is one of Ferris' most secretive abilities, a legendary technique said to make all those who experience it melt into the palm of Ferris' hands. However, due to its incredible power, if they are sealed it away ourselves, we consider it to be a forbidden technique. Well, that's what Dar told me a while back, passionately I should add. Well, you see, you're forgetting the fact that Daru knows all these techniques already, so yes, while it's gonna be hard for him to resist, the left side of his brain is gonna be telling him stuff. So it's not gonna work. Also, just do it the way the story goes, you know? I never thought I'd see it with my own two eyes.
フェイリスは奴は本気だ。
It's not gonna work.
本気。
It's not gonna work.
また来てくれるにゃ。フェイリスはダルニャンが来るの毎日待ってるにゃ。
Ferris looks up at Dara's face with a heart-rending yet somewhat devilish smile. Ferris leaves her left arm wrapped around him and uses her index finger to draw tiny circles on Dara's chest. This woman is terrifying. The other customers can't help but notice what's going on. There's nothing that can stop Ferris when she fires on all cylinders. As she devilishly draws her magic circles on Dara's chest, her can gradually creeps out to his way to his cheek. But what happened next makes everyone doubt their own eyes. Unbelievably, Daru brushes away Ferris's finger. Everyone present shares a collective gasp.
そこまで言うならまた来てやらんくもないけどしばらくは無理だから我慢なのだぜ。
I mean, great that you're being productive, Daru, but he kind of has been being an asshole, I'm gonna say. It's just, if you look at this without context of Suzuha being Daru's daughter, like, yeah, he's got a job and he's being productive, but if you're turning into an asshole because of it, then you get what I'm saying, right?
岡部倫太郎、今のは。
なんということだ。やつめ、完全に増長している。
Though let's be honest here, Okabe doesn't have the best intentions for wanting to stop Daru either. You see, that person can change beyond recognition in just 3 days. But I never expected Daru to change this much. This is terrifying.
どうしよう。自分の父親ながら見てて痛々しいよ。
耐えろ。それもお前自らが招いたことだ。
Wow. Wow, cold. I clearly underestimated how bad things have gotten. We might have to resort to something drastic.
京馬。
I turn my head and notice Ferris standing right next to me. The tears in her eyes are glistening. I don't blame her. Ferris has been put through hell. I'm shocked she could still stand, quite frankly.
おい、フェリス!
Ferris suddenly bursts her tear-soaked face into my chest.
フェリス、そんなにダメかにゃ。フェリス、魅力ないかにゃ。
そんなことはないぞ。あれは単に今の誰が魔法にかかっているだけだ。増長という名のな。だからフェイリスが心配することではない。本当だ。
そっか。京馬がそう言ってくれるなら安心したにゃ。
I'm surprised Suzuha's not panicking more. He's literally about to not exist. Since I'm the one who asked her to do this, it's my responsibility to be there for her.
どうした鈴葉？
別に。
何を怒っているのだ、お前は。
別に怒ってなんかないよ。ただ。
Jelly?
ただなんだ。
とにかく今は時間がないから次の作戦を考えようね。フェイリスも協力ありがとう。
Suzuha pries Ferris away from me, then gives her a hand towel to wipe her tears.
さあ行こう、岡部倫太郎。
おい
Suzuha grabs me by the hand and we leave May Queen in a hurry. After we're outside, Suzuha finally lets go.
何なのだ一体。
わかんない。
何？
そんなことより、ほら、次の手を考えようよ。じゃないと間に合わないじゃん。
Come on, we need another plan or we're never going to fix the timeline.
手ならば、あそこで考えればよかったじゃないか。
それはそうだけどさ。
She falls silent. Quite frankly, I'm still frustrated with Suzuha's behavior, but now's not the time to get distracted. I'll talk to Ferris later. Why am I even dealing with all this in the first place?
ねえ、次、どうしたらいいと思う？
そうだな。その前に一つ聞きたいのだが。
何？私が答えられることなら何でも言うよ。
ブラウン管工房は大丈夫なのか？
え？
考えてみれば、お前もバイト中なのだろう？
Oh.
それをこんなに長い間留守にしていて、 大丈夫なのかと聞いているんだ。
ああ、大丈夫じゃないかも。
The voice files. It keeps happening with this game. The voice files just keep getting cut off.
てめえバイト、こんな時間まで店ほっぽり出してどこほっつき歩いてやがった。
Oh, come on.
ごめんで済めば警察はいらねえんだよ。今日は昼いなかった分、夜働いてもらうからな。
Looks like we won't be making any more progress today. Police, what happened? The next day, Susan and I once again find ourselves discussing our next strategy during her break.
新たな作戦を考えた。
やった、さすが頼りになるな。
She's in a good mood. Kinda hard to believe considering she was crying like a baby when Mr. Braun scolded her yesterday.
では、作戦内容をここに発表する。
ああ、その前にさ。
なんだ。
昨日のこともあって、私あんまりお店開けられないんだよね。
お前は自分の生誕の危機だというのに、そんなことを言っている場合か。
だってもしうまくいった時にバイト代もらえなかったら困るじゃん。
Are all kids in the future like this?
それにさ、怒った店長ってめちゃくちゃ怖いんだよ。顔なんか鬼みたいに真っ赤にしちゃってさ、もうちびっちゃうかって思ったもん。
What are you, a baby? The sad part is she's not exaggerating. Even when the infamous Mr. Braun is in a decent mood, he has a face that would make a happy child cry in terror. Think how bad it would be if they were already a crybaby. Mr. Braun's monster-like appearance cannot be understated. So when he gets angry, it's on a whole nother level.
まあだがしかし、次の作戦はそれも全て計算済みだ。
本
この俺を誰だと思っている？俺は世界を震撼させる狂気のマッドサイエンティスト、ホーインキューマだぞ。
当、さすがは岡部倫太郎。
Did I not just say my name is Hoin Kyoma?
それで次の作戦ってどんなの？
知りたいか？ならばしっかりとその両耳で聞くがいい。次の作戦はズバリ。おい誰？
Upon returning to the lab, I head straight for the development room.
誰よ、聞こえていないのか？
そうそう、よーし、いい子だ、いい子だぞ。そこだ、行け。
誰？
ビンゴー。
Dar's totally engrossed in his work. His headphones keep him from hearing my voice. I have no choice. I'm going to use brute force. I pull off Dar's headphones from behind and shout into his ear. Well, don't do that.
誰？
うわ
I wouldn't be surprised if Dar shook the entire room as he jumped up in shock.
なんだよ。オカリンかよ。びっくりさせんなっつーの。
さっきから声をかけていたのだ。気づかないから仕方なくやった。
今は後悔している。
What? It sure didn't seem like he did.
それでなんかよ、僕忙しいから邪魔しないでほしいんだけど。
そうか、お前にはお客なんだが、忙しいなら帰ってもらおう。
曲？
Dar appears past me towards the entrance.
悪いな、鈴葉。せっかく来てもらったのだが、ダルは今忙しい。
鈴葉たん。
Oh my god. I'm shoved to the side as he walks towards her.
こんちは。 忙しいんじゃないの？
いやいやいや、そんな。今ちょうど休憩しようと思ってたとこだお。
Liar. Why that little... He's completely talking out of his ass. And to make matters worse...
鈴葉たんこそよく来てくれたね。ささ入って入って。汚いとこで悪いけどさ。
He doesn't even call her Amanashi anymore. When did that happen?
あ、オカリン、何やってんのさ、そんなところで。
何？
ほらほら、せっかく鈴葉たんが来てくれたんだから、お茶かなんか入れてよ。気が利かないな。
Yeah, kind of is an asshole now. Without thinking, I grabbed number 6, Cialume Cylinder. Before I could swing it at him, I noticed Suzuha forcing a smile and signaling me with her hands. I barely managed to restrain myself. In other words, I grabbed number 1, the bit particle cannon, and quietly shoot some infrared beams at him to calm my nerves. After leaving the development room, I catch Taro approaching Suzuha, creepily rubbing his hands together.
それで、今日はどうしたん？あ、もしかしたら、急に僕に会いたくなったとか？
あはは、そんなわけないじゃん。
え？
Oh, it looks like the ball's rolling.
鈴葉たん、今、なんて？
Oh.
だから、私が橋田至に会いたくなった。なんて、そんなことあるわけないって言ったんだってば。
What, do you want help with the shop? What is the plan here? Unexpected words freeze Daro in place. Not a bad start. You see, the thing, Suzuha, I'm a little worried here. If Suzuha completely alienates Daro, he's gonna fall into like we don't want him to fall into a slump, right? I feel like there's a danger of this happening at this very moment. But the real battle begins here. Suzuha's expression distorts almost though she's suffering from intense stomach pains. Her heart must be in a great deal of pain. But this is just the beginning. From this point forward, there could be no mercy, no sympathy. Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this. You don't want to, like, absolutely wreck him. If we're going to come out of this in one piece, she has to forget that Daro is her father. No matter how cruel that might... Oh, no. Oh, what? Okabe, what the...
鈴葉たん。
Oh.
は？何が鈴葉たんよ。いい年こいて恥ずかしくないの？
Oh, no, okay, I see how this is gonna backfire.
鈴。
だいたい何その格好。室内だってのに
Oh,
帽子
come
なん
on,
か
don't.
かぶっちゃって。それおしゃれのつもり？
Oh no, this is gonna go terribly. Oh no, what the hell is this plan? This plan is ass.
だったら残念。思いっきり逆効果だから。
Oh, come on. Come on, Okabe, your plan is shit. Absolute dog shit. This is a new plan that I came up with, and it's fucking garbage. All it took was one hug from Suzuha to emasculate him. If we're going to sever his feelings for Suzuha, then we need to shatter his image of her. We need to crush him into dirt. See, the problem is, he's like a hardcore simp, you see, so he's gonna... And that's when it came to me. What would be the best method of shattering his delusions? This is my answer to that question. Okabe, it is shit! It is absolute dog shit! Under my guidance, Suzuha will abuse and insult Daro mercilessly, almost like an American Marine instructor. It is dog shit! If that doesn't shatter his delusions, nothing will. Okabe, your plan is garbage! Like, the Ferris plan was honestly pretty decent, I will say. Yeah, I don't know about it. It was serviceable. But this is, like, actual garbage. What the hell? A masterful plan, if I do say so myself. It is ass! My own brain trembles at the brilliance. My own brain trembles at the idiocy of your plan, Okabe. Jesus Christ! But make no mistake about it, this is as heartless gets. It's as stupid as it is heartless. Why, you ask? Well...
それにその服もそう見るからにヨレヨレだしなんか汚いのよね
It's just cruel, and it serves no purpose. Like, this isn't gonna work.
考えてみれば橋田至って毎日その服着てるけどさもしかして洗ってないんじゃない
Although that is actual advice. Although that, like, remove from all this, just ignoring the context of everything, what she's saying is, right, you should always wash your clothes. I wash my clothes. I don't, you know...
うわー、そういえばなんか匂うかも。ちょっと、やだ、臭い。
Oh, this is gonna end. Does he actually? I'm not sure, because if he actually does, yeah, he should probably shower, but, like...
急にどうしたんだお。
Oh, God.
あー、あとそれ。その、ダオーとかいうの、なんなのそれ。もしかして、可愛いアピールでもしてるつもり
It's just cruel, and, like, I know it's not even gonna be effective, so what's the goddamn point?
だったら、残念だけど逆効果。
あー。
はっきり言って、キモい。
Oh. This actually kind of stings to hear. It's not even me. I'm just secondhand pain. And you know it's not gonna work either. Poor Doro, actually. I mean, he's been kind of a jackass for the past couple days, so I get it, but it's like, still, this is needless. The truly heartless plan of this is it forces Suzuha to hurl every insult at her own father. Yes, it's heartless, and it will be as ineffective as it is heartless. That's the real tragedy. You're making her cruel to him for no good reason. If she was still a young girl at a rebellious age, she might almost have been fine with it. But for the present Suzuha, this is almost like torture. And she's not alone, this is torture for Daro too. Even if she doesn't actually believe what she's saying, it doesn't change the fact that Daro is being verbally abused by a girl he likes. This is as cruel as cruel can be. Nothing more, nothing less. And it's not gonna work. That's the worst bit. It's needless cruelty! You idiot, Okabe! Forgive me, Suzuha. Forgive me, Daro. This is all I could do for the both of you to protect your futures. It's not gonna work! And to protect my own future as a mad scientist. See, this is what I mean. It's like he's doing... It's like, Okabe, you don't have good intentions. You don't have good intentions for... Like, technically, yes. In effect, this will save Suzuha. But you don't have good intentions for what you're doing. Come on. I swore I'd turn my heart to stone if it meant accomplishing these goals.
だいたいさ、普通女の人がいる前で平気でエッチなゲームとかやる？やらないよね、普通。
Oh my god. This is terrible.
そういうデリカシーのない人って最低だよね。ほんと、バカじゃないの？
What's the logical explanation you're gonna give to him? I just came up here to insult you, is that it?
っていうか、そもそもエッチで変態っていう時点でもう最低最悪よね。
Please
人
don't
間終
tell...
わってるっていうか。
Please don't tell Daro's like a masochist or something. I mean, he might be, honestly.
それになんだっけ？ああ、そうそう、スーパーハッカー？いい大人になってスーパーハッカーとか言っちゃってる男の人って。
Isn't that Okabe's fault? He doesn't call himself that. I expect this to be bad, but this is even more painful than I imagined. I'm not even on the receiving end, and somehow it still hurts. Yeah, same.
あんたってば、ノロマでグズでバカでスケベで、ほんとどうしようもない男よね。
I feel like at some point it has crossed into the line of parody. Like, I don't know why. It just feels like it has crossed over into the line of parody. This doesn't feel like a girl being cruel anymore. It just feels like she's being a dominatrix or something.
少しは恥ずかしいと思わないの？
And, is it just me or is Suzuha kind of getting into it? No, she's totally caught up in the heat of the moment.
何よ。文句があったら言ってみなさいよ。ほーら、どうしたの？言いなさい。言ってみなさい。
I actually hope he's not hurt by this too much.
言えないってことは自分でも認めてるってことでしょ？違う？
僕は
待って。
え？
口でごちゃごちゃ言う前にさーっと言いなさい。わかった？
Oh my god, she is getting into it.
さあ。
声が小さい。もっと大きい声で言え。このウジ虫。
She's getting into it.
さあ、言えさ。
Oh my god. This has gone too far at this rate. He's going to be reduced to a puddle of goo. This is too much. I might have to put an end to this soon.
おい、鈴葉。
うるさいわね。 今話しかけないでもらえる？
What?
はい。
Oh my god. Dara's standing at attention, reduced to a mere lump of flesh after being battered by a barrage of insults. I can't bring myself to listen anymore.
このバカ、アホ、マヌケ、人間のクズ、スケベ、変態！
She's getting into it. It might be time to throw in the towel, though I guess this is the case, it's more like a referee intervention. Before I could do anything, Suzuha finally reaches the end of her little performance. It's a miracle that Dara's even on his feet after suffering through that much abuse. He's kind of like a boxer that's gone the full 12 rounds. No, he's probably in even worse condition than that. On the other hand, Suzuha seems to finally realize how much he verbally abused her own father. She looks heartbroken and looks ready to cry at any moment, but bites her lower lips and holds back the tears. But no matter what, this was for the best, Daru. No, it wasn't. You insulted him for no reason. This isn't gonna work, as I said. This was for the best, Suzuha. It's not gonna work! You'll both be okay. Your futures are safe and sound. It's not gonna work! Daru opens his mouth to cry in defeat. That'd be the fat lady singing, so to speak. Or at least that's what it was supposed to be. I knew it! I knew it! I knew it!
No.
I knew it! Oh my god!
スズハタン最高マジたまんねっす
Oh my god, I knew it! I actually knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I freaking knew it! I actually freaking knew it! I 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 freaking knew it! I 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 knew it!
いやーなんて見事な罵倒の数々思わず僕ゾクゾクしちゃってほぼ行きかけました
Too much info, Daru! Too much info! It seems I underestimated
そ
him.
れにしても最近僕が罵倒系にツボってるってよく知ってたよねあれもしかして僕の趣味とかいろいろ調べたとかだったら嬉しすぐる
Guys, how am I supposed to react to this exactly? This guy.
やっぱさ可愛い子に罵倒されるっていうのは男に生まれたからには一度は経験しときたいっつうかある意味男の夢だよな上皇
I'm not even gonna respond. I'm not even. I might have mentioned this before. I don't know if I have. I'm known as like the resident horn dog on some servers, right? But then you enter the really horny servers, and I'm known as like the vanilla guy. So it's like someone called me like a triple whipped vanilla with extra chocolate chip. So this is a little past. This is way past my pay grade.
でも実際やられてみたら見たで癖になっちゃうかもしらんねこれ
I'm not even gonna respond to this one. This guy's a true, genuine, bonafide perv.
あそうそうこのバカアホマヌケ人間のクズスケベ変態ってのもう一回言ってくんね
See, if Suzuha wasn't feeling bad before, she's feeling bad now. This is imagine learning that your own dad is a masochist like that. That's gotta be disturbing.
できればもっと幼い感じで言ってもらえると
Oh my
なお
god,
よし
Daru!
あとその前に今テレコ用意するから待ってて
Poor Suzuha. Oh my god. Daru hurries off in the development room, searching for a camera. Who would have thought that our attempt to shatter Daru's image of Suzuha would end with the opposite happening? I turn my gaze to Suzuha.
父さん
She's barely able to squeeze that single word out before she actually starts to cry. Wait, so what happened then? Today's plan was a complete and total failure. Instead of crushing Dara, I've done irreversible damage to Suzuha's heart. Yeah, man, she's gonna be traumatized over that, my god. Everything she had said to him ended up bouncing back at her. She crawls her way downstairs, not unlike a zombie, retreating into the Brawn Tube workshop. This is a perfect recreation of the boomerang effect. Considering how deep these cuts must be, I doubt she'll be on her feet again today. Suzuha is given a very clear look at how perverted her own father is. I wouldn't be surprised if she's lost all faith in humanity at this point. Unfortunately, our current situation doesn't leave us with much time to mourn. Kamima starts on the 15th. Oh shit. There's just no time left. Even if I have to do it alone, I have to figure out how to fix this.
それにしてもダル君一生懸命だね。
まあかなり張り切ってたからね。
You don't know half the truth. Mayuri, myself, and Kurisu are the only ones in the lab. Dara showed himself in the development room as usual. Mayuri's been working on a costume for Kamima. As for Kurisu,
クリスティーナ、お前はここで何をしている？
何ってちょっと顔を出してみただけだけど。
she's just being chill.
今開発室はダルが占拠しているから、ここにいてもやることないだろうに。もしかして暇なのか？
Well, by that same logic, what are you doing here, Okabe?
誰が暇よ。私はあんたと違ってやることがたくさんあるの。
では寂しいのだな。まだ伝部に蒙古藩の残るクリスティーナ。大方まんまのおっぱいが恋しいのだろう。
恋しくなんてないし、蒙古藩も残っとらんわ。
Some things never change.
ではなぜここに来るのだ？
それはまゆりに会いに来たのよ。ね、まゆり。
Aww.
マユシーとねクリスちゃんは仲良しなんだよね。
Aww, that's adorable.
それにクリスちゃんは大事なラボメンの一人だから好きな時にここに来てもいいのです。
Mayuri has a point, actually.
そういうこと。わかった？つうかそういうあんたこそずいぶん暇そうじゃない。それこそバイトでもすれば。
She meant that as an insult, but she has a point.
冗談ではない。俺ほど多忙な人間、日本中を探してもそういないはずだ。
Isn't Okabe a student, though?
だったらここで何してんの？
That's a good point.
俺は
I'm about to speak when the development room curtains open.
ふう、疲れた。ちょっと休憩するよ。
Goes without saying I'm here to speak to Daro. If possible, I would prefer it to just be the two of us, but beggars can't be choosers.
ダルよ。少しばかり聞きたいことがあるんだが、いいか？
聞きたいこと？疲れてるから手短にしてくれる？
Let the man rest at this point. I'd say the solution is simple. Just have Suzuha go to Kamima. It's that simple. It's actually that simple. And have her ask Daro to lead her around. Boom, I'm a genius. I'm not even a genius. This is just basic.
ああ、そう時間は取らせないから安心してくれ。
Just have Suzuha go to Kamima and say, Yo, Daro, can you help lead guide Suzuha around? And like, you know, have her accidentally slip at some point that she sees him as a brother, casually crushing his heart. But not to worry, he will bounce back because... I don't know. I feel like that's much simpler. No more tricks, no more grand plans. Just like the Art of War says, know your enemy and yourself, and you will have nothing to fear in 100 battles. Honestly, at this point, I'd be honest here. Just being honest with him and like telling him the truth might actually be the best bet. Yes, that means telling him that Suzu's a time traveler, you know? To start with, neither Suzu and I know exactly what Dara finds attractive about her. This whole thing started when she hugged him, but there's no way he'd be this attracted just because of that. This was simply the catalyst. There might be a variety of other reasons why things got this bad. If we could figure that out, the solution to the problem might naturally come into view. At least that's what I'm hoping. This is a full frontal assault. We've been too reliant on clever plans and tricks. None of those things mean much if we don't attack head-on first. All battles in history start and end with one full frontal assault. Is that true? Let me think. Define full frontal assault. Define full frontal assault. That's what I say.
で、折り入って僕に聞きたいことって何
No,
なの？
that's not true. There have been battles where both sides just decide to call it a day after inconclusive skirmishes because they're like, nah, it's not worth it.
余計な前置きは必要ない。ズバリ聞こう。お前は鈴葉のどこが好きなのだ？
Dara isn't the only one surprised by my directness. Both Mayuri and Kurisu are too.
どうしてそんなこと聞くん？
Suzuha wants to know.
理由は2つ。
Hold up the two fingers and thrust them in front of Dara's face.
俺はラボ内恋愛は別に禁止していない。しかし、後々何かあって、ラボ面同士で揉め事になっても困る。
Oh, come on, Okabe, like you're one to speak. I mean, to be fair, you haven't seen those other timelines, but come on! Just tell her that Suzuha wants to know.
だから今のうちに状況を把握しておこうというのが一つ。
もう一つは？
純粋に興味があるというのが2つ目だ。
No tricks. Making up some detailed excuse would only complicate the matter. Sometimes simple is best.
でもそれ私もちょっと興味あるかも。
Oh, great. Don't put him on the spot, though.
マユシーも今までずっとフェリスちゃんって言ってたダルくんが急にすずさん萌えになったのはどうしてかなって思ってたのです。
I thought this would be difficult with Kurisu and Mayuri around, but looks like they might prove to be quite useful. Women can't help but want to talk romance. It's part of their nature. Even Dar won't be able to get out of this one.
なんだよみんなして、そんなに聞きたいん？
More or less, yeah.
マユシーは聞きたいです。
Hold on. Spilled some water on. Oh, God. Oopsies. Hold on, folks. I spilled water onto my keyboard. That's bad. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go throw these dishes out. Just give me a sec. Yeah, Mayushi wants to hear all about it. Really? God, it's like a sauna in here. Yeah, Mayushi wants to hear all about it. Oh, it's because the keyboard's on.
私も聞かせてほしいわね。
しゃあないな。じゃあ気は進まないけど、ちょっとだけなら話してあげなくもないのだぜ。
As usual, Dar's choice of words makes me unsure as whether he's pretending to be tsundere or something else entirely.
まあ僕としては最初は全然彼女に興味なかったんだよね。なんていうの？まあ眼中にないっていうの？
I mean, technically I should be saying yes, that's the way it should be, but that's a cruel way to put it.
ほら僕って自分で言うのもなんだけど、どっちかっていうと一途な方だし、その頃僕にはフェイリスタンっていう心に決めた人がいたし、でも彼女の方が僕にメロメロだったみたいでさ、知らない間にフラグが立っちゃってたのさ。まあそれもこれも僕がモテちゃうのがいけないんだろうけどね。
Oh my god. Daru.
そうなんだ。
I don't understand any of that.
ってことはやっぱり彼女の方からアプローチしてきたってこと？
まあそういうことになるかな。
I'm surprised at how much he's retconned the story in his head, but it seems like Mayuri and Kurisu are genuinely impressed.
やはりきっかけはあれか？鈴葉に抱きつかれたことか？
あれ？オカリンなんで知ってんの？
ちょっとな。たまたま見てしまったのだ。
なんだ、やだな、見てたのかよ。なんか恥ずかしいよ。まあでもそうなんだよな。たまたま僕がラボに来たら鈴葉たんがいて、そんで普通に話してたんだけど、彼女ってばいきなり僕にこう抱きついてきちゃってさ、なんつうかやっぱ僕の醸し出すフェロモンがそうさせてんのかな。
Buddy, broski. What? This is a story he's rolling with. I'd sooner believe that blue robot cats from the future exist.
あのさ、昔から運命の出会いとか赤い糸とか言うけどさ、僕信用してなかったんだよ、ね。
This is actually kind of painful to listen to.
だって全然科学的じゃないし。でもあの瞬間僕は思ったのさ。ああ、これは運命だって。
This is painful.
運命の出会いね。言ってみれば第六感ってところかしら。
まあマキセ氏は科学者だから信用しないのもわかるけど、実際に僕は感じたんだから、やっぱりそういうのってあると思うんだよね。
私は別に否定してるわけじゃないわ。実際第六感だっていろんな科学的アプローチから研究されてる分野でもあるし。
I mean, for a genius scientist, she does believe in a lot of kooky stuff. As based on the whole debacle with Luca from the original game. So yeah, it makes sense that she'd believe in that.
それに確かにそういうものがあるっていう証明はされてないけど、ないっていう証明もされてないの。ということはどちらも可能性は五分五分ってことよ。それにね、運命の巡り合わせなんて本当にあったら素敵じゃない。
Aw, Kurisu. It's been such a long time since we've actually thought about Kurisu, and she's not really a focus in any of these routes. But you know.
クリスちゃんはロマンティストだね。
I'm glad my Yuri and Kurisu are getting along, though. That's super cool. I nearly call Kurisu a mainstream woman, lol, but I hold myself back from calling her or my Yuri out. None of this is important.
でもこればっかりは本当なんだお。鈴畑に抱きつかれた時、僕は雷に打たれたようなショックを受けたのさ。あえて言うとしたらそう、前世で別れなかった恋人にでも巡り合ったような気分つうか、まるで他人のような気がしないつうか。
Wait a second. I think. Wait. Oh no! Wait. No, that can't possibly be it. Is he saying that? Is he saying that? Wait, no, that can't possibly be it. He can set. No, this is real. He can sense that. Oh my god. It's like that. Oh, wait a sec. No. That, is that it? Is that really it? Is that really it? That's not too far off from... Not too far off from the mark, exactly. Oh, she isn't a total stranger. Suzu has your daughter, you idiot.
それで
は？
お前が鈴葉のことを意識するようになったきっかけは分かった。で、今のお前は鈴葉のどこが好きなのだ？
そんなの全部に決まってるよ。
Gotta butter him up a little, sort of, what do you think your life's gonna be? That possibly fan the flames. I don't know. That's what I would go with. Dora answers my question instantly.
全部。
顔も髪型もスタイルも声も服装の趣味も、それからあの明るくて物おじしない性格も、何もかも全部がいいんだお。
You fall. Wait, Dara, when you fall for girls, you fall hard, don't you?
ダルくんメロメロだね。
Yup. Absolutely.
そう全部。彼女のことなら僕何でも許せちゃうような気がするんだお。
Suzuha would never do that.
長所も欠点も何もかも全部受け入れた上で、それでも大切に思えるっつうか、無償の愛っつうか。
Dara breathes heavily through his nose. Comparatively, I feel my own heart growing colder and colder. If everything he said was true, I'd be more than happy to give Dara my blessings. But the sad reality is that these feelings of his are all delusions and assumptions born from a stupid misunderstanding. I see. It's honestly sickening. I'm done with seeing Daru in such a pathetic state. I can stand to watch his farce no more. And so, in the heat of the moment, I let my stream of conscience. Oh, come on, Oh, come on, Okabe. You idiot. You absolute idiot. You absolute buffoon. Just say, oh shit, I am busy, I have to go do something. Go home and like...
ダルよ。それは不正愛というものだ。
は
そうだ。お前のその感情は異性に対する愛情ではなく、
Oh
娘
no!
に対して抱く愛情ではないかと俺は言っているんだ。
Don't say that in front of Mayuri and Kurisu, what's the point? I immediately regret my choice of words. But it's too late now. Dara wasn't going to let this go, there's no walking this back.
何言っちゃってるんオカリン。なんで僕が鈴葉丹に不正愛とか感じちゃわなくちゃいけないんだお。
それはなんとなくそう思ったのだ。お前のそれは不正愛ではないのかとな。
なんとなくでそんなこと言わないでくれる？だいたいオカリンにだけはそういうこと言われたくないし。
Now that you've said it, you have no choice but to tell him the entire truth now. You should have probably said that without Kurisu and Mayuri in the... Well, okay, maybe Kurisu. I don't know about maybe Kurisu is fine. Mayuri, though, maybe don't say that with other interlopers in front of you right now.
何？それはどういうことだ？
だってそうでしょ？オカリンなんてさ、普段恋愛感情とか人の気持ちとか全然考えてないじゃん。
Whoa, Daru, that's...
そういう人にその感情は違うとかちゃちゃ入れられるといい気持ちしないんだよね。
I mean, to be fair, Okabe, you started off with like the most god-awful... An eye for an eye, I guess. Daru's tone of voice gradually grows more angry, and I can tell I'm not too far behind. Broski! Unfortunately, I can't stop myself from swinging back.
自分の気持ちが何に起因するのかも分からずに、
God, come on.
愛だの恋だの言っているやつに言われたくはないな。
ちょっと岡部。
そもそもこの前からお前は自分の気持ちばかり語っているが、鈴葉の方がお前のことを好きだというその根底からして間違っているということになぜ気づかないのだ？
は？オカリンこそ何言ってんの？そもそも鈴葉丹が僕にアプローチしてきたのに間違ってるとか意味不すぎ。
Just go ask her yourself, that's what you gotta
ア
respond.
プローチだと？それはつい思わず抱きついただけで、
Nah,
別
she's
に
just
特
an
別な
idiot.
感情があって抱きついたわけじゃないだ
Tell
ろ
her。to go ask her yourself, honestly. Come on!
はあ？オカリン言ってることマジ意味わかんねえ。つうかさ、この前からそうなんだけど、なんでそうやっていちいち僕の気持ちに水を差すん？なんか僕に恨みでもあるわけ？
柱もやめなって。
ねえ、二人ともやめようよ。
Mayuri and Kurisu come rushing between Daru and I. I feel sorry for both of them, there's no stopping me now. It's not like I'm enjoying this.
言っておくが、俺はお前のためを思って言ってやってるんだ。
And for Suzuha.
どこが僕のためだっていうのさ。僕のためだって思うならそういうこと言わないっしょ普通。
Daru suddenly grins almost as if he's figured it all out.
ああ、そうか。
Oh!
ははわかったお。なるほど、
Oh.
そういうことっすか。
I'm surprised you didn't come to that conclusion earlier, Daru.
何が分かったというのだ？
He's about to say you like Suzuha, don't you?
そんなこと言って本当はオカリン自身が鈴葉丹のこと好きなんじゃね？
何？
ああ、やっぱりその顔は図星っすか。そういやオカリン前はバイト選手とか呼んでたくせにいつの間にか鈴葉とか呼んでるしおかしいと思ったんだよね。ああ、そっすかそっすか。だからそうやっていちいちわけのわかんないこと言ってくるんですね。わかりま
Just
す。
tell Daru to go ask her himself. It's that simple. Come on, you idiots. What's wrong with him? What is he saying? Honestly, Okabe, I'm gonna be real with you here. This is not an unreasonable conclusion to come to.
だったら最初からそう言えばいいっしょ。それを不正愛だのなん
Just
だ
tell him
の
the truth,
取ってつ
honestly.
けたような理由つけてそれって卑怯じゃね？
Just tell him the entire truth at this point. There's no turning back. You've already fucked up this bad. And just like that, I'm totally losing it.
一体俺が誰のためにこんなことしていると思ってるんだ？
I'm gonna be honest with you, Okabe. You're not doing this for her. You're doing this for Suzuha at best.
オカリ
Maria calls out to me on the verge of tears, but even that is enough to stop us now.
俺はお前のためを思って言ってやってるんじゃないか。
Okabe, you're not making your case any better. Daru's not gonna believe you.
なんなの？今度は逆ギレなの？しかも僕のためって。わけわかんないし。僕のためだって言うなら、ほっといてくんない？
もういい、わかった。うんざりだ。
What about Suzuha? Okabe, think about Suzuha. She's about to literally stop existing. I can't.
お前がそういうことを言うのなら全部洗いざらい言ってやる。
That's
いいか、よく聞け。鈴葉はな、
that's the one thing I can't afford to say.
鈴葉は
There's no stopping me.
あいつは未来からやってきたお前の娘なのだぞ。
Everyone goes quiet. The room is engulfed in a cold silence, as if everything has just stopped dead. The ticking of the clock rings through the room. I said it. I really ended up saying it. You Okabe, you fucking donkey. I skilled Suzuha's secret. Now they all know who she is, that she's from the future, that she's Daru's daughter, all that classified info down the drain. Now everyone knows she's your daughter from the future. How long has this silence been going? It feels like it's been an eternity. Kurisu, Mayuri, and Daru. They all look at me in shock. How can I blame them? How can Daru have known that the object of his affection is his own daughter from the future? I can think of nothing more shocking than that. Forgive me, Suzuha. I have no choice. I have no idea what punishment awaits you, but it has to be better than not existing. It's finally over.
マジありえんてぃ。
Daru breaks the silence, his voice showing little sign of shock or terror.
は、ダル、今なんと。
いや、ないって。それマジないわ、オカリン。オカリンが何とかして僕と鈴畑の仲を裂きたいってのは分かったけど、いくらなんでもその理由はないわ。ありえんてぃ。
He doesn't believe me. I was being completely... Well, to be fair, given your history, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
違う、嘘じゃない。俺が言ったのは本当のことだ。
岡部、
Kurisu, not you too.
あんたがなんでそこまで橋田と天音さんの仲を壊したいのか知らないけど、さすがにその理由はないと私も思う。
Just have Daru go and ask her himself. It's that simple, guys.
きっとね、オカリンは疲れてるんだとマユシーは思うのです。
Hiya, mate. Oh, hey! What's up? Hey, yo! God damn, this route is actually kind of infuriating. Everyone's so you too, Mayuri. Not a single person believes what Well, I mean, yes, it is kind of ridiculous.
違う、嘘ではない。俺は鈴葉は今から26年後の未来からやってきた人間で、しかもダルの娘で、だからお前が他人でないと感じたのも無理はない話なのだが、やはりそれは恋愛感情ではなく不正に近い愛情であって。
Okabe, just tell Daru to go ask her himself. It's that simple.
見損なったオカリン。
ダル
つうかさ、そんなバレバレな嘘ついてまで僕らの邪魔したいん？
This whole route is just a lack of communication. Come on.
違う、だから俺はお前の娘のことを助けようと。
分かったお。もう十分に分かったから、もうそれ以上言わないでくんない？
ダル、分かってくれ。俺は
だから分かったってば。
Daru's response is cold, calm, and collected.
ダル、
オカリンがさ、めちゃくちゃなこと言い出すこともあるけど、そういう汚い嘘をつく人間じゃないと思ってた。
Just tell him to go ask yourself. God, Okabe, why is everyone so stupid in this route? I mean, Daru, as much of a tool he can be at times, or as much of an asshole he is being in this route, he's actually, I would argue, probably the smartest one here. In this route.
でも、それも僕の思い違いだったんだ。
Did the audio just cut out again? What's this game about? Wait, don't tell me you don't know Steins Gate. This is a classic. Well, this isn't Steins Gate. This is Steins Gate My Darling's Embrace. It's a spin-off game. You don't know Steins Gate? Oh, lordy. You gotta go watch the original series, man. It's kind of hard to explain. It's time. Let's just say time travel is involved. There's this guy named Okabe who's a real chuny wacko, really cool guy. I don't know about him this route. He's kind of an idiot here. Basically, he discovers like a way to time travel. Or send messages to the past. That's about all I could say without overcomplicating or over-explaining things. I would honestly say, if you don't know Steins Gate, you should really go check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely one of the better ones, I would say.
だから違うと。
それ以上オカリンがそれ以上同じようなことを言うつもりなら、さすがに僕もうこれ以上このラボで一緒にやっていけなくなるを。だから二度とその話はしないでくれ。
Oh, audio cut out again. The thing that's so weird is the quality for the Steins Gate as a whole, I think, is just very well made. Or the visual novel. Obviously, the story's well written, but I'm also talking about, like, it's made to a high standard. I feel like My Darling's Embrace, like, being a spin-off game and such, like, I sometimes, like, occasionally see typos in the translation, and, like, what you just heard just now, where, like, the audio, like, the voice clips kind of, like, cut off. I've noticed that there are a few errors here and there that kind of, impact the game. But yes, this is Steins Gate and My Darling's Embrace. It's a spin-off set in an alternate universe of Steins Gate, where it's just, you know, lovey-dovey drama and stuff. Yeah, it's, you know. Just tell him. Come on. Oh, we have 3 chapters in this route. Really?
はいこれドクターペッパーでよかったんだよね。
Says, you're the only one that believes me. Or technically, she...
おう、すまないな。
うん。
I opened the can and gulped it down. Wrong flavor? Or did you get it down your lungs or something?
ほら、そんなに無茶飲みするから。
Suzuha pats my back gently. After I finally settle back down, I go back to sipping on my Dr. P.
すまなかったな、鈴葉。
何が？
お前の来歴と出生のことを誰たちに喋ってしまった。
いいよ別に。だってみんな信じてなかったんでしょ。
まあな。
We're standing on Akiba Bridge, the one connecting UPX and Daibiru, and looking down at the people as they come and go. I take a moment to think back on what happened after everything fell apart. Daro left while the atmosphere in the lab was still sour, and it wasn't long before Kurisu and Mayuri took their leave as well. None of them had anything to say to me. Now that I have had time to cool down, I can't exactly blame them for the way they reacted. When Suzuha first admitted all this to me, I didn't believe it either. No one out there would believe a story like that, especially not in that situation.
岡部倫太郎はさ。
Suzuha suddenly speaks up.
岡部倫太郎はなんで私の言うことを信じてくれたの？
That's a good point.
なぜって、お前が信じてくれと言ったんじゃないか。
それはそうだけどさ、普通信じないでしょ？
別に無条件で信じたわけではない。俺だって最初は疑ったではないか。
そういえばそうだったね。
We both continue to people watch.
でもさ、いくらラジカンの屋上にタイムマシンがあったからって、それも確たる証拠にはなってないわけでしょ？
That's a good point. Why does Okabe? I feel like a part of it is just due to the fact that anyone who's played this game should have played the original. So that's the main reason why anyone's able to buy into any of this, is because we already have proof from the other routes.
私があれに乗ってきたって証拠もなければ、あれが未来や過去へ行くって証拠もない。もしかしたら私はたまたまあれを見つけただけで、それをタイムマシンだって嘘をついてただけかもしんない。それなのによく信じてくれたなって思ってる。
After hearing her summarize it like that, even I'm kind of surprised at how easily I trusted her.
確かに不思議なものだな。あの時はまだお前の話に対して半信半疑でしかなかった俺が、今はすっかり信じてしまっている。
どうして？
さあな、自分でもどうしてなのかさっぱりだ。
We both go silent again, watching people walk along the road. Could there be more people like Suzuha out there? Time travelers just walking around the city like it's no big deal? I start thinking about it.
今までありがとうね、岡部倫太郎。
Her voice was gentle.
鈴葉、どうしたいきなり。
ここから先は私一人でやるから、岡部倫太郎はもういいよ。
お前一人でだと？何か案はあるのか？
それは今のところないけど、まあ考えてみるから大丈夫。
大丈夫だと？案もないのに大丈夫なわけがあるまい。
Exactly. Okabe, at the end of the day, Suzuha has to... The problem is Okabe's trying to take charge all by himself, when realistically he should be supporting. I think that's sort of the thing.
だいたい小見間のこともろくに知らないお前に、この先一人で何ができるというのだ。
でもさ、ほらアトラクタフィールドがあるからきっと大丈夫だよ。もし今回のコミマで出会わなくても、いつかきっと父さんと母さんは出会えるはずだから、岡部倫太郎はもう。
ふざけるな！
After hearing my own voice echoing off the buildings, I just realized I'm really enjoying the stream. Your commentary is spot on. Thank you! After hearing my own voice echoing off the buildings, I realized just how loudly I yelled.
いいとはどういうことだ？
Honestly, okay, a little bit of... I've always wondered if I don't talk enough during streams. That's kind of the thing I do want to say, though. So, hearing that really helps. Then again, to be fair, I started out recording, and even now, I do kind of prefer watching videos over watching streams myself. I think that's part of the reason I'm still on YouTube. I don't like Twitch that much. It just doesn't feel that good to watch, so I don't know why. I just don't like Twitch. I can't explain what about it doesn't appeal to me, but I just like YouTube more. I think it's because YouTube is able to do so much more things. So yeah, thanks. Then again, videos are a lot shorter. Speaking of videos, there is a new Willen video out today. If you don't know who he is, you should go check him out. He's really funny. I'll be fine. You can't possibly believe that. Also, sorry for not... I do have to preserve my voice a little, because honestly, visual novels are a bitch to read all out. Like, and that's why I only do Katawa Shoujo once a week. I'm letting the characters voice their own lines. I'm only gonna read the unvoiced lines myself. I know they're speaking in Japanese, but I assume everyone here can read.
確かにアトラクタフィールド理論をもってすれば、このまま放っておいてもダルと天音ユキが出会い、お前が生まれる可能性は十二分にあるのかもしれん。
So this is sort of interesting that it kind of feels like it's the opposite of what we were hoping from the last run. Because in the original game, we were hoping that the horrible events don't happen. You get what I'm saying? And that there's a way to break the attractor field. Here, we're hoping that the attractor field will work, but we're like, fingers crossed, we don't know if it's 100% going to happen. Just give me a sec, by the way. Alright, I am back. True, according to the attractive field theory, Daru and Awa and Yuki will end up meeting, and there's a decent chance that you'll be born.
だがしかしそうでない可能性だってあるのだ。
Exactly. Do you really want to leave that up to chance?
いいか、現象は確認されない限りそれが起こりうる可能性は常に五分だ。
Isn't this what Kurisu said?
お前が生まれることになるか、それとも誕生することのない世界が来るかはその時になってみないとわからない。しかしその時が来てからでは遅いのだ。
Why am I getting so fired up over this? I guess my beef with Daru is still weighing heavily on my shoulders. Now I can tell that a part of me is trying to be calm and composed about this, but my words still spill out nonetheless.
いいか、だから二度ともういいなどと言うな。弱音を吐くのはいい。吐きたければいくらでも吐け。俺が聞いてやる。だが諦めるようなことだけは言うな。今度そんなことを言ったらこの俺がただじゃ済まさんからな。
Yeah, baby. Okabe being cool again. What am I doing? This isn't like me at all. Only fools let their emotions speak for them. However, after I let it all out, I can feel relief start to set in.
岡部凛太郎
Aw, Suzuha. Suzuha sounds like she could vanish at any moment as she utters my name.
大体そんな泣きそうな顔をしておいて
Aww.
何が大丈夫だ。強がりを言うのも大概にしろ。嘘をつくのならせめてもう少し取り繕って見破られないような嘘をつけ、バカ者。
Aww. Honestly, this is why I've always really liked Suzuha in these games. She's honestly one of the best. I've always had Kurisu as my best girl, but honestly, Suzuha's the only one that's like with you from start to finish. And she also feels like she's the only one that really gets you at times. I feel like I've always really liked that about her. A gentle, pleasant smell reaches my nose. I feel a warm, soft sensation on my shoulder. This is...
あり
Whoa!
がとうおかりんおじさん
Whoa! So, Desmondia, if in case you haven't noticed, Suzuha, yes, is a time traveler. And she's Daru's daughter.
何をするのだ。
Honestly, yeah, I would really just say, go either watch my original series, or better yet, go play the visual novel yourself. You could also watch the anime. That's how I started. I watched it like 10 years ago, 2016. Almost 10 years. Man, that was like when I was first getting into anime too.
ごめんでも今は少しだけこうさせてくんないかな
Did the audio cut out again? I feel like it did.
な
I try to speak, but the damn sensation from where Suzuha's cheek is touching me makes me swallow my words. Try imagining it. Going 26 years into the past, departing on a lonely journey to a time where not a single person knows me. How would that feel? The cityscape, culture, even the clothes that the people are wearing. A world that I only know through videos and people talking about the glass. Suspected as much. Playing the novel requires something I lack: money. Hey, go watch the anime then. That's a good place to watch. The anime, that's how most people... That's the reason Steins Gate is the most popular of the Chaos Adventure series, Robotics Note series. Science Adventure series. Yeah, yes, you do need to buy it, but yeah, I would say just go watch the anime in that case. That's not a bad place to... It's not a bad place to get your information on Steins Gate. A world I only know... No friends, no family, and even if there was, I could never reveal my identity to them. Nobody to rely on. Where can I watch it? I'll just tell you over Discord, honestly. Oh, by the way, I have 3 people watching. Wow. Where can I watch it? I originally watched it off of 9 Anime, which is defunct, sadly. But yeah, no, I can send you a link. You could also join my server, linked in the description below. Wink, wink, wink. My Discord server. Although I don't know how long I'm gonna be on Discord, I'm gonna be real with you guys here. given Discord's new invasive practices. And I'd be all alone. She's usually so cheerful when she's around us, but I wonder how she really spends her day in this time period.
ねえ、オカリンおじさんはどうして私にそこまでしてくれるの？
Suzu asks, her face still pressed against my clothes. I wonder. To be honest, even I don't know why I'm getting so hot-blooded about all this. However, if I had to name a reason...
お前はダルの娘だからな。
父さんの？
おう最近はちょっと残念な感じだが、あれでもあいつは凄腕のスーパーハッカーで俺のマイフェイバリットライトアームだ。その娘が困っているのなら助けてやるのが俺の役目だ。
そっか。娘だからか。
Perhaps I'm just imagining it, but Suzu seems even more downtrodden than before. You hear a familiar song ring out from the giant monitor on UPX. I don't know the artist or the song name, but I'm certain I've heard it before.
でもさ、もしかしたらやっぱりそれも嘘かもしんないよ。
That's right, unlike the other routes, we don't have proof. This is what we call dramatic irony, my friends.
それもとは
Because we know she is from the future.
だから私が橋田至の娘だってこと？本当は全部嘘で、単に私が騙して喜んでるだけなのかもしれない。
That's the risk we take in life.
それでも私のことを信じてくれる？
当然だ。
どうして？
なぜならお前はラボメンだからな。
Hell yeah!
ラボメン？
お前は大事なラボメンの一人だ。そのラボメンのお前がそこまで必死な顔して言うことだ。
Alright, I'm afraid I must depart, my friend. The hour is very late. See ya. Hey, see you around, man.
信じないわけにはいくまい。
大事な。
Her soft, whispering voice brushes against my ears. Her chestnut color hair flutters in the wind, caressing my cheek. The tears that have wet my shoulders have dried up. The place where she's touching me feels hot. Oh, that's why I... Oh god. It's like a sauna in my room, damn.
オカリンおじさん？
どうやらすっかり俺の術中にはまったようだな。あまね鈴葉よ。
Suzuha looks up at me, dumbfounded.
そうだ。こう言っておけばお前は俺のことを全面的に信頼するようになる。
Tsundere is back.
それこそがこの俺、世界に混沌をもたらす狂気のマッドサイエンティスト、法王院教魔の思惑。
For a moment, you were being genuine there, and then he felt embarrassed.
どうして俺がお前を助けたかだと？そうだ。お前は大事なラボメンだから助けるのだ。どうだ？心が揺れただろう。その様子だと感動に言葉も出ないようだな。
That's right, Okabe. He doesn't want people thinking he's a kind person. It's too embarrassing.
これでこのミッションがうまくいった頃にはお前は俺に恩を感じてあのタイムマシンに乗せ、その原理と構造をそっくり俺に教えてもいいと思うようになるに違いない。どうだ、すべては俺の計算通りではないか。
I had to cut myself off. I could feel my emotions taking over. That was a close call.
何がおかしいのだ。
It is funny.
オカリンおじさんってさ、素直じゃないよね。
何を言う。俺はいつだって裏表のない誠実な人間として幼き頃から有名なのだ。
はいはい。
しかしこれでまた一人俺の溢れるカリスマ性に魅了された人間が誕生したというわけだ。
うん、 かもしれないね。
Ugh.
よし、悩むの終わり。オカリンおじさんのおかげで元気出たよ。ありがとう。
だからそのオカリンおじさんというのはやめろと前にも言っただろう。
ああ、そうだったそうだった。ごめんごめん、オカリンおじさん。
Oh, you're just teasing now, aren't you?
あ、貴様
There are only 2 days left until Kamima. It's do or die. Oh boy. The next day. Dar's nowhere to be found. Not at all surprising considering it's only been a day since everything went down. I doubt he wants to see me right now. If I had to guess, I bet he's at home working. It's kind of weird for someone who calls himself a super hacker to dwell on the past. You call him that, not Daru. But Daru not being here is actually pretty convenient for us.
これが母さんの写真だよ。
Suzuha holds out her cell phone. There's a photo of a woman with a dazzling smile on her screen. Does she have like a super cell phone or a super smartphone or something? Where smartphones were barely a thing. Smartphones like technically existed before 2007, but they didn't become mainstream until they didn't hit the mainstream until 2007. Even by 2010, even in the US, I don't think they were that common. To my knowledge. I remember hearing about smartphones, but it wasn't until middle school where people actually had that was 2014 when people actually started having them. In her arms, she's holding a young child with an equally beaming smile, almost like the sun. This must be Suzuha when she was a kid. Unfortunately, Daru isn't in the photo. I'd be lying if I wasn't curious about what Daru looks like as a proper adult.
それにしても、どうしてもっと早く見せておかなかったかな。
俺もまさか親の写真を持ち歩いているとは思わんかったからな。
そっか。普通はあんまり持ち歩かないもんね。
Yeah, unless your mom was the single defining reason for your life. You know, she taught you so many things, was an amazing mom, and then dies a horrible, tragic death, which is your entire motivation for living. If that was the case, then yeah. But yeah, I don't think most normal people do that. It was just a minute ago. Suzuha showed up at a lab, excitedly announcing that she had a photo of her mother. One can imagine the surprise at finding out she'd just forgotten to show me the photo she had. Though I suppose I'm partially to blame for not ever asking if she had one in the first place. Well, I don't think you could have anticipated that, really. Oh, tangentially related. Apparently there's a rule that any data on your cell phone has to contain as little information regarding the future as possible. That makes sense.
これで少しはお前の母親の情報を得ることができた。状況的には随分進展したと言える。
本当？なんとかなりそう？
それはわからんな。とにかくこれをもとにまずネットで情報を得よう。
Amane Yuki's a cosplayer. There might be photos online. Is Amane Yuki one of Mayuri's friends or something? That might be the case. You could use that to track her down, or at least find some info on her. I used the afternoon to run through every possible cosplay image I could find in an attempt to locate Yuki's photos.
どうだった？
Suzu excited to ask me once we met back up again, but I slowly shake my head back and forth.
やっぱダメか。
I continued to look at cosplay sites until the evening, even looking into photos from past Kamima events, but had zero luck. I even ended up heading to Akihabara with a photo of Yuki in hand, going from cosplay shop to cosplay shop. If I were a cosplayer, I'd be a regular at these sorts of places. I promise. Unfortunately, I once again come up empty-handed. Now that I think about it, the fads in the genre come and go at a blistering pace, so she might hand-make her costumes to fit whatever is hot at the time. It's even possible she has a friend who makes cosplay for her, like Mayuri or something. There's no guarantee she uses any of these stores.
母さんってば、そこそこ有名なコスプレイヤーだったって自慢げに言ってたんだけど。
Maybe she makes her
見
debut.
えだったのかな。
Maybe she makes her debut at Kamima. I almost said Comic Con. Is it Comic Con in Japan as well? I don't know what it's called over there. I know it's probably not Kamima, since Kamima's probably the whatever that is with the serial numbers filed off.
さあな。もしかしたらコスプレ活動を始めてそう間もないのかもしれない。
Okay, saying exactly what I was thinking. Got it.
だとしたらまだそんなに有名でない可能性もある。
Exactly.
もちろん見栄で嘘をついているという可能性もなくはないが、見た感じ なかなかの美人でもあるし、
Daro pulled the baddie.
俺たちとしては本人のダウンを信じたいところだな。
Suzuha looks at me with a knowing smile.
どうしたのだ？
美人？
何？
うちの母さん美人だと思う？
I recall the photograph inside my mind.
まあ一般的にそう言ってもいい部類ではないか。
Whoa!
ダルにはもったいない。
Don't say that in front of Suzuha.
そっかそっか。いやー美人か。
Don't you wait? Come on, you can judge that yourself.
なんなのだその意味ありげない言い方は。
ただね、私よく母さんに似てるって言われるんだよね。
まあ
I see.
ダルには似ていないだろうからな。
For a moment, I imagined Daro with his hair and braids. Oh god, that is cursed. That was a mistake.
それでそれがどうしたのだ。
わかんないかな。岡部倫太郎は母さんが美人だって思うんでしょ。その美人な母さんに似てるってことは。
Suzuha is cute. Suzuha has a huge smile on her face.
10年早いな。
What do you mean? You're like... Suzuha has like... What? How old is Suzuha? I forget.
何を？
調子に乗るな。お前のような小娘が美人と呼ばれようなどと。
What the hell?
10
She's
年早
like...
いのだ。
young, a little girl. She's the... what do you...
10年もしたら岡部倫太郎なんか50過ぎのおっちゃんじゃん。
What? Wait, what? Okabe's 20. What the fuck are you talking about? He's 20, right? I think he's 20.
バカ者。2036年を起点に考えるんじゃない。
ふーんだ。
What's she getting so angry over? And anyway, now's not the time for petty squabbles. Isn't Suzuha and Okabe the same age at this point?
これは
何見つけた？
よく見たら全然違った。
Oh, come on.
なんだ。
No other options left to me, I ended up going back to my search on the internet. Sadly, my results are less than stellar.
そっちはどうだ。やはり見つからないか。
ダメ。
Suzuha was looking through Mayuri's cosplay magazines but had no luck. It got nothing to show for her hard work. At this point, it's probably useless to keep the search going. We only have a day left until Kamima. Oh, fuck. After tomorrow, that's it. The event starts. Our best bet is to focus on getting Daro there, rather than trying to locate Amane Yuki. But after yesterday, it's not going to be easy. No matter how hard I rack my brain, I can't come up with the scenario in which he'd go to Kamima if I invited him. Have Suzuha invite him, come on. What if Suzuha invited him? Yeah, this is what I've been saying the whole freaking time! Needless to say, we already gave that a shot. However, his answer was no. I figured he'd probably be incapable of saying no to a request from Suzuha, but apparently he's really focused on his work. He's probably thinking that it's okay to miss out on some fun now because eventually his hard work will bear fruit further down the line. But we can't let things continue as is. We have to get Daro to Kamima, no matter what. And there's another problem on top of that.
ダルにいかに運命を感じさせるかだ。
運命？
そうだ。ただ合わせるだけでは少々心もとない。念には念を入れて、小見間における天音行の出会いがダルにとってお前との一見よりもより運命的。シュタインズゲートの選択だと印象づける必要がある。
We need to impress upon him that it is a choice of Steins Gate.
要するに母さんが運命の人じゃないかって印象操作するってこと？
その通りだ。ただ抱きつかれたくらいで運命的だと感じた奴のこと、そう思い込ませればきっとユキを本当の運命の相手だと信じ込むだろ
う。なるほどね。でも小見間まであと1日でそんなことができるのかな。
Suzuha's expression darkens. Ever since last night, she's been trying her best to keep her uneasiness from surfacing, but for just a moment, her true feelings creep out. I don't blame her. I pretend that I didn't see it.
トゥットゥルーオカリンこんばんは。元気だった？
Mayuri enters the lab 120% more cheerful than usual. She's probably still thinking about the incident yesterday. I don't want her to worry about things, so I respond as normally as possible.
マユリか。今日はバイトの帰りか？
違うよ。マユシーは今からブブキちゃんと楓ちゃんにコミマ用の衣装を渡しに行かないといけないのです。
At the edge of the room, I see a big paper bag with costumes in it. She probably made them when I wasn't around.
そうか。もう暗いからな。気をつけていくのだぞ。
マユシーもう子供じゃありません。大丈夫。あれ、すずさんだ。すずさん、トゥットゥルー。トゥットゥルー。あれあれ、すずさん、もしかして。
Mayuri happily trots over to Suzu as she peeks at the magazine she's holding.
やっぱりだ。すずさん、もしかしてコスプレに興味あるの？あ、いや、まあ、興味あるといえばあるのかな。本当？だったら、あさってからある
That's it!
コ
That's
スプ
it!
レしないかな。
That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it!
実はね、どうしても作りたい。
Oh my god! Wait, this is it, this is it.
来てくれる人がいなくて
This is it.
どうしよう
This is
か
it.
なって思って
Thank you, Mayuri. Thank you, Mayuri. This is it. This is it. This is it. Mayuri looks at Suzu from top to bottom.
でもすずさんならきっとぴったりだと思う。あー、でも私はあさってはちょっといろいろとね、岡部倫太郎。
No, 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 no. Cosplay, huh?
そうだな。やはりその手しかあるまい。
あのさ、ねえ、聞いてる？
マユリ、お前に頼みたいことがあるのだが。
頼みたいこと？聞いたらすずさんコスしてくれるかな？いや、だから私は。
ああ、きっとやってくれるに違いない。
本当？ちょっと岡部倫太郎、いきなり何言ってんのよ。それでマユシーは何をしたらいいのかな？
実は次に言うものを用意してほしいのだ。
I put my mouth up to Mayuri's ear and whisper what I need. What is it?
どうだ、できるか？
いいよ。明日の夕方までに用意すればいいんだね。
お、頼んだ。
すずさんがマユシーの作った衣装でコスしてくれるならお安いご用だよ。だから私は。あー、いけない。吹雪ちゃんと楓ちゃんとの約束をくれ
What's
ち
the
ゃう
plan?
よ。
Tell Suzu at least.
それじゃあ明日の夕方持ってくるからね。
Mayuri hurriedly grabs paper bags from the corner of the room and cheerfully rushes out of the lab.
ちょっと岡部倫太郎、私コスプレとか無理なんだけど。
Why not?
大丈夫。お前オタクとレイヤーとこれ以上ないくらいに濃厚なエリートの血が流れているのだ。心配いらん。
なんか微妙に嫌な言い方だな。
Apparently so. Putting Suzu's grumbling aside, I take my cell phone out of my pocket.
さて、あとは。
I select the appropriate name from my phone's contact list and press the call button. What's the plan? The phone rings several times and finally connects.
何よとはご挨拶だな、助手のくせに。
Oh my god.
だから私はあんたの助手になった覚えはないと何度も言っとろうが。
そんなことは今はどうでもいい。細かいこと。
どうでもってあんたがいらんこと言うからでしょ。
She's not wrong.
それよりもお前に一つ聞きたいことがあって電話したのだ。
私に聞きたいこと？
お前コスプレしてみるつもりはないか？
What? Wait, what? The next night, I'm waiting in front of the lab for a certain someone to arrive. Operation Sojourn, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, has entered its final stage. This is it, the last piece of my puzzle.
来てくれるかな。
大丈夫。奴は来る。
I reply to the voice coming from behind me inside the Brontooth workshop.
それよりもお前は顔を出すなよ。あとは俺に任せておけばいい。
What's the plan?
わかったな。
あのさ、考えてみたら岡部倫太郎って年齢的には私と同じ年なんだよね。
This is like, he's gonna say, oh, but...
態度大きくない？
He's gonna say, oh, but I'm older than you future, which is kind of interesting because he literally just said we're the same age back in the last one.
それは仕方あるまい。俺は狂気のマッドサイエンティストだからな。
それ理由になってないよ。
静かに来たぞ。
You know, I'm gonna open the door. This is ridiculous. I can feel her presence practically disappear. As she vanishes, I feel a massive frame coming to view from out of the twilight.
あれオカリン。
ああ、今日はお前に詫びなければならないからな。その意思表示だ。
I turn and face Dara as he walks straight up to me. Then I bow deeply.
一昨日は悪かった。あんなことを言うなんて、俺がどうかしていた。許してくれ。
I really don't think that's gonna cut it though.
まあそんな頭下げなくてもいいって電話でも言ったけど、あれは僕も悪かったって思ってるんだからさ。
Oh, you already made up? Okay, never mind.
だからもうそういうのなし。全部流させてください。お願いします。
いや、それじゃ俺の気が済まん。こっちこそわざわざここまで来てもらったんだ。電話で話したように飯ぐらいはおごらせてくれ。
まあオカリンがどうしてもって言うならいいけどさ。
Today around noon, I called Daru. At first, perhaps due to what happened the other day, he didn't answer. I didn't give up though, and after several minutes of calls, I managed to get him on the phone. That was when I apologized to him as best as I could. Daru's attitude towards the whole thing almost caused me to lose my cool several times, but Suzuha managed to keep it calm. Daru said he was busy with work, but I persuaded him to meet up with me so I could at least buy him a meal. That brings us to the present. This has all worked out as well because Daru's very easy to read. I'm a very observant person, so I have a good handle on when Daru tends to get hungry.
でどこに行くん？
そうだな。ダルは何か食べたいものはあるか？今日は俺のお詫びも兼ねているのだから、できるだけお前の希望に添える形にしたい。
Yeah, make up with your friend.
じゃあそうだな。僕はキッチン二郎のメンチカツで。
Thank goodness. I was afraid of him saying to eat at Maru 4 or something. At least Daru hasn't completely lost his mind. He's delusional, but he's not insane.
わかった。では二郎に行くとしよう。
Because outside of whatchamacallit, outside of his delusions, he's actually been fairly reasonable. Outside of that.
1, 2, 3, 4, go!
Perhaps due to his own hunger, Daru's in high spirits. He sings his bizarre song as he start walking in the direction of Kitchen Jiro.
やはりキッチン二郎はメンチカツ定食に限るな。
ハゲドウ。
After finishing our meal, the two of us are walking side by side through an alley at night. Compared to my full stomach, the less is said about the current state of my wallet, the better. Though I guess now's not the time to be worrying about the little things. After coming this far, I can only pray that things will go well.
もしそこの人
Huh?
オカリン呼んだ。
What? Who's that?
いや、呼んだのは俺じゃないぞ。
あれおかしいな。確かに声が聞こえたような気がしたんだけどさ。
もしそこを行く大きな人と白衣を着たおかしな人
Is that Kurisu? A strange fortune teller on the side of the road motions at us. How did you rope her into this? A veil covers her head completely, making it impossible to see her face. How did you rope Karisu into this plan?
なあ、あれって僕らのことかな。
そうそこを行くあなたたちのことを言っているのです。どうですか？
That's Karisu.
占っていきませんか？
Dang, Karisu looks good in that.
ふむ、どうやら俺たちのことを言っているようだ
How
な。
the fuck did you rope Karisu into this? Dang, that does look good. Dang.
まあいいや、行こうぜ。
おいちょ
待て、ダル。
Dar attempts to walk off, but I manage to stop him. Why don't you get yours read first? Set the example. Say, I think this is kind of interesting. Why don't we try it out? You know? Yeah.
何オカリン、僕早く戻ってバイトしなきゃならないんだけどさ。
And this is the part where Okabe, you come in and ask her, this doesn't take too long, does it?
いや、この占い師の人がせっかくこう言ってるんだ。少し見てもらうというのはどうだ？
そうだ。何のために人がこんなところで10分以上も待ってたと思うんだ。
What?
なあオカリン、
どうした？
なんかこの占い師ずいぶん慣れ慣れしくね？
そんなことはない。
Oh, come on,
見た
you
こともない
fucking
ような人
idiots!
だ。な。
You idiot!
もちろんですとも。
Oh, come on.
そんなことよりどうだ？
This is your plan?
見てもらっては。
This is your plan? You guys are terrible actors.
今なら無料で見てあげてもよくてよ。
Why don't you have Okabe's read first then?
お嬢様来たこれってやっぱおかしくね？
細かいことは気にするな。ほら、見てもらうならここに。
This is super sus.
僕はいいよ。占いとか信じない方だし、見てもらいたかったらオカリン見てもらいなよ。あれ？つうかオカリン、前に占いなんか信じるやつがバカだって言ってなかったっけ？
そうか？そんなこと言った覚えはないが。
Oh my god, you idiot. I mean, to be fair, this is a story. Dar's gonna...
思い出した。絶対言ってたって。学校で流行ってるって占いの話をマユシとルカシが話してる時に空気も読まずにさ。オカリンもやってみないかって誘ったルカシなんか散々に言われて泣きそうになってたじゃん。
See how everything comes back to bite you in the end? Okabe, you idiot. So, yeah, maybe something like that happened once.
その時はそう思っていたが、今は考えが変わったのだ。それにあれだ、ここの占いはよく当たることで評判だとマユリが言っていた。
You, Jesus.
それマジっすか？
You don't tell me you fell for that.
おう、だからこの機会に少し。
そこの白衣のあなた。
The fortune teller suddenly shouts at me.
見たところ、あなた少しおかしな言動が過ぎるようですね。その言動で最近もそちらの方と一悶着あったのではないですか？
おろろ。
そのまま周囲に迷惑をかけていてはいずれ友人をなくしますよ。特にそう海外帰りの人
Oh
は
my
別にした方が良いでしょう。
You know what? Just take it. Just take it.
なあ、海外帰りってもしかしてマキセ氏のことじゃね？
Oh my god.
そうだな。
へえ、すげえ。そういうことまでわかるん？
私にかかれば全てお見通しです。どうです？あなたも。あなた近々恋愛に関して大きな転機を迎えるようですね。
え、恋愛？マジで？
ええ、どれどれ。
This is hilarious. The fortune teller awkwardly plants her hands over the crystal ball.
これは
Great Scott, is that really how you translated it? That's funny.
何なんか良くないことでも出たとか？
2,3 日の間に運命の出会いがあると出ています。場所は海の近く、大きな建物。
How did you convince her? How did you convince her anyways?
海の近くで三角形って言うと、もしかしてコミマかな？
萌え萌えキュン。
は？
How did you rope her into this? Did you tell the truth? I feel like that's literally the only way you could have convinced convinced Kurisu to go along with this.
それがキーワードです。運命の相手と出会ったあなたの口からは必ずやその言葉が出るでしょう。いいですか？萌え萌えキュンです。わかりましたね。
萌え萌えキュン。
なんで私がこんなことしなきゃなんないんだ。
After walking Dara to the main street, I went back and found Kurisu grumbling to herself. I'm certainly nobody realized it, but the fortune teller from the Kurisu was actually earlier. I had her cosplay.
何を言う。昨日頼んだ時は随分とノリノリだったじゃないか。
何が昨日頼んだ時だ。あんたはただコスプレしたくはないかって言っただけだろうが。
So you didn't tell her the truth. Why did she go along with it? It makes no
そ
sense.
れをいざ着てみれば顔を隠した占い師とか話が違うにも程があるだろう。
ほう、その口調だとコスプレすること自体は楽しみにしていたということか。
冗談じゃない。なんで私が喜んでコスプレなんかしなきゃならないのよ。
So she says, but when she arrived at the lab this evening, she seemed rather giddy. I won't press her too hard though. She was a big help today.
しかしクリスティーナよ、よく協力してくれる気になったな。
Considering her attitude towards me the other day, even.
もしかして俺の言うことを信じる気になったか？
あんたの言うことってあまねさんが橋田の娘とかいうのね。まさか冗談でしょ。あんなの信じられるわけないじゃない。
だったらなぜ？
You didn't tell her, then why did she go along with it?
それはあれだけ必死だったってことは何か理由があるのかもしれないって後になって思ったのよ。
That's it? That's it? You can't. Kurisu.
だいたいさ、考えてもみたらあんたって色恋沙汰であんなに必死になるような男じゃないしね。
Seriously? She just went along with it. Wow, I don't know what to say.
それは褒めているのか、それともけなしているのか、どっちなんだ？
さあね、どっちかしら。
For a fleeting moment, it looks like Kurisu flashes me a sincere smile. Maybe it's just my imagination playing tricks on me.
それにしてもなんだ、萌え萌えキュンとかいうのは本当にあんな占いでよかったの？
ああ、問題ない。むしろあれでなければならんのだ。
Kurisu's expression suggests that she still doesn't understand what any of this is about. I don't blame her, but it's not like she'd be any better informed if I gave her the whole story.
では今日はすまなかったな。この埋め合わせはいずれ俺の頭脳で補うことになるだろう。
Kurisu can use this moment to start demanding a lot of stuff, by the way.
おい、この服はどうすんのよ。
今日の記念にくれてやる。それを着て一人思う存分コスチュームプレインにふけるがいい。
いらんわ。
Is this actually... With everything there having wrapped up, I meet up with Suzuha.
どうだ、ブツはちゃんと受け取ったか？
そっちは？
こちらも上々だ。
そっか、うまくいくかな。
ああ、大丈夫だ。必ず奴は来る。
At the end of the day, it's no more than wishful thinking on my part. I recall my exchange with Dara right before we parted ways.
いやー、2、3日中に運命の出会いか。 楽しみじゃないか。
I'm surprised he's falling for this.
え、何言っちゃってるのかりん。あんなの信じてるん？
何？いやだってよく当たるという話だぞ。現に俺たちのことだって。
いやいや、だって萌え萌えキュンとかさ、どう考えてもおかしいっしょ。
You would.
いやしかしだな。
You would.
ま、僕には鈴葉たんがいるし、あんなの関係ないよ。
Isn't Suzuha going to going there is what you should say.
どうしたの？
いやそれより明日は早いぞ。しっかりと寝ておくのだ。わかったな。
うん。
Will the goddess of fate smile upon us, or will she turn her back to our struggle? The hour of judgment is close at hand.
何これ？コミマってこんなにいっぱい人が来んの？
Since Suzuha is clearly from a not as shitty future, do they not have stuff like this in that time? Suzuha's words upon arriving at the International Exhibit Center doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Everyone reacts that way their first time. I've come here a number of times with Mayuri, but I'm still surprised every time.
今年も人がたくさんだね。
何せこの3日間で世界中からオタクというオタクが集まるオタクによるオタクのための祭典だからな。
Comic Giga Market, more commonly known as Kamima, is held twice a year for 3 days each, one during the summer and one during the winter. Apparently the summer one event alone sees more than 500,000 visitors. That's
そ
insane.
れじゃあ母さんがいても見つけ出すなんて不可能だよ。
A tractor field.
案ずるな。ここにはコスプレ広場というものがあってレイヤーはそこに集うことになっている。
そうなの？じゃあそこにいれば会えるってこと？
ああ、そういうことだ。
That being said, if she's part of a Dojin circle or working as a cosplayer for a company store, that might not be the case. I'd keep this to myself.
ねえねえ、もしかしてすずさんのお母さんってコスプレイヤーなの？え、あ、まあそうかな。いいな。うちのお母さんもコスプレしないかな。それっていいのかな。だってそしたらマユシーが衣装作ってあげられるんだよ。
Mayuri, adorable.
でも前に一度お母さんに言ってみたら断られちゃったのです。
You actually asked? That's gotta be... Normally people have to queue up in the general admissions line to get into Kamima. But with the crowds being as bad as they were, we wouldn't be able to get in until noon, resulting in us potentially meeting our chance to meet Amane Yuki. So we had Mayuri to ask someone. She knows to procure exhibitor tickets for us. Problem solved. Usually these tickets are only given to actual exhibitors, but considering the situation, I'm hoping they look the other way. Whoa! new background. Here it is. The holy grounds in which cosplayers show off their craft to the world. A part of me does make me wonder if some of these scenes might have shown up in linear bondage phonogram, which I do have to play. Oh god, how much more of Steins Gate am I gonna play? This is well, I'm having fun, so I don't mind. This is a cosplay square.
お待たせ、おかりん。
Upon hearing a familiar voice from behind, I turn around. Standing there is... Aww.
イヤッホー。
Aww. I freeze up the moment I see her. Is this really Suzuha? Yes.
なんかこういうの初めてだけど。
I want to see more. She's wearing an extremely frilly outfit with a checkered pattern on it. Far cry from the activewear she normally has on.
どうかな。今人気の格闘ゲームフ ファントムブレイカーのメイちゃんのコスだよ。実は前にすずさんに似合うんじゃないかと思って途中まで作ってたのです。ほらほら、すずさんさっき言ったやつ。あ、うん。キャンディー、力を貸して。なんでね、どうかな、似合うかな。ほらオカリン、ぼーっとしてないで何か言ってあげなきゃ。
まさしく孫にも一緒だ
Wow, come on, Okabe.
ちょっと何それ。せっかく思い切ったんだからちょっとくらい褒めてくれてもいいじゃん。すずさんすずさん、ああいう時のオカリンは本当は照れてるのです。そうなの？
バカを言うな俺は別に照れてなどいない。
Tsundere.
キャンディー、力を貸して。
I swear I'm not. I shouldn't be.
そんなことよりダルからの返事は？
Suzuha quietly shakes her head. Last night in the morning, Suzuha emailed Dar to tell him that starting today she'd be cosplaying at Kamima. Is it crunch time at work or is he just pretending not to have read the emails? Either way, he hasn't replied. Hmm?
写真撮ってもいいですか？
すずさん、写真いいかって。私？
Isn't it bad to leave like evidence of yourself and whatever?
そうだよ、みんなすずさん撮りたいって。みんなって、うわ、いつの間にかいっぱい人が集まってる。
Of course she's shocked. While we were talking, a large number of camera-equipped men had gathered around her. Suzuha gives me a concerned look.
ここでは取られるのもマナーだ。
でも
あとは俺に任せて取られてくるがいい。
それじゃあ。
それじゃあポーズお願いします。
ポーズ？すずさん、さっき見せたイラストと同じポーズを撮ればいいのに。
I actually kind of want to see. God damn it.
さっきのってこうかな。
あ、それでセリフください。
Oh, okay.
とっておきの大変身いくぴょん。
声までメイターにそっくりだ。もう一回言って。
They all sound camera kid. They all sound like creeps.
とっておきの大変身いくぴょん。
Aww. Doesn't look like she's going anywhere for the time being. But there's no point in getting wrapped up in this too.
ちゃんと並んでください。
Jeez, I never expected a line like this. She really is a natural-born cosplayer. I might not have seen this coming, but that makes little difference. I leave my area to take care of Suzuha and focus my attention on figuring out if Yuki is here or not. Uh-oh. Hold on. My legs feel heavy as we walk back to the station. In the end, Amane Yuki was nowhere to be found. I'm not sure if we simply missed her or she never showed up at all. Dara didn't come either. Uh-oh.
どうだったすずさん、初めてのコスプレは。やっぱ最初はドキドキしたけど慣れてくると楽しかったかな。でしょでしょ。今回は急だったから衣装一つしか作ってないけど冬コミにはたくさん作るから、そしたら毎日違うコスプレできてもっと楽しいよ。 冬かそうだね
She's not gonna be here.
楽しみにしてるよ
Looking forward to it, huh? On our way back, Mayuri tells us she has some shopping needs she needs to do, so we part ways. Suzuha and I find ourselves back here.
初めてのコミマは楽しかったか？
あ、ごめん楽しんでられる立場じゃないんだよね
Clearly she picked up on the tone of my voice. Suzuha's apologetic.
でもさなんか若い頃の母さんがこんなことしてたんだって思うとおかしくてさそれに楽しいふりしてると嫌なこととか考えなくても済むからさ
Yeah. Suzuha gazes straight at the sunset.
この前ねふと自分の手を見たら透明になっててそれで怖くなって
No, does that mean Suzuha's very existence is beginning to vanish?
でそんな夢を見ちゃってさ
Oh, good.
なんだ夢か。驚かせるな。
あ、ごめん紛らわしいこと言っちゃったねでもさその夢を見てからやっぱり想像しちゃうんだよね自分が消えちゃうところ
鈴葉。
I'm blown away by my own foolishness. How could she have possibly enjoyed herself? She could vanish into the void without a moment's warning. It could even happen tomorrow. There's no way she'd be able to enjoy herself. Suzuha was simply forcing herself to have fun. Nothing more. Nothing less.
あのさお願いがあるんだけど
なんだ？
ちょっとでいいんだ手握ってもらえるかな
Oh! She extends her small hand out towards me. I can tell that it's trembling ever so slightly. I put my own hand over hers, almost as though I was confirming that Suzuha still exists.
大丈夫。まだあと2日ある。きっと大丈夫だ。
Suzuha grasps my hand tightly and nods. However, I'm sure that even Suzuha realizes that my words are empty, no more than an attempt to give her peace of mind. Then, just as I expected, the next day Yuki and Daro were nowhere to be found.
こっちに目線お願いします。にっこり笑ってください。
Suzuha flashes a camera a rigid smile. It's past 1 p.m. It's already been over 3 hours since Kamima opened for its third and final day. Today's their last chance. We can't get Daro and Amane Yuki to meet before the end of the day. This might be the end of the line for Suzuha. And yet, Suzuha still hasn't received any sort of reply from Daro. If you heard that a girl you like was going to cosplay, wouldn't you normally want to see that? Not to mention, this is Daro we're talking about. There's zero chance he isn't interested. We've even laid out other breadcrumbs too, yet here we are, no Daro in sight. Maybe he really doesn't intend on showing up. And what about Amane Yuki? I initially thought we might not have noticed her, but if a total cosplay novice like Suzuha can have a crowd like this, there's no way a popular cosplayer like Amane Yuki wouldn't stand out like a sore thumb. Is Amane Yuki just not coming? According to Suzuha, she's supposed to meet Daro for the first time here, which means I suddenly realized a possibility I had overlooked. What if this is connected to the D-mail I sent earlier? Could I completely change the future? What if I create a future in which Amane Yuki and Daro never meet? What if I can feel a chill run down my spine? If that's the case, an email. I saw Hashida over at the Tokyo Big Sight station. He was carrying a bouquet of flowers and everything. Lol lol, he stood out like crazy, lol lol. What is this? It's stupidly obvious that she's an 8chan user. Who cares about that? More importantly...
Suzuha! 誰か来ているぞ。
Suzuha immediately runs over to me. I hear disgruntled voices coming from the cameraman, but I couldn't care less right now.
父さんが
ああ、今クリスからメールがあった。 国際展示場の駅で見かけたそうだ。
Probably better that I don't ask why Kurisu is here in the first place.
そっか、やっぱりダルくん来たんだね。
You didn't hear her say dad.
やっぱり。
昨日ね、まゆしんが写真と一緒にメールしたんだ。すずさんの生のメイコスはもっと破壊力ある。
My Yuri, thank you so much. The MVP.
でかしたまゆり。
どうしよう。
とにかくまずはダルを確保しよ
わかった。あ、あかり、すずさんもどこ行くの？
う。後で戻ってくる。もしもダルが来たら捕まえといてくれ。
There are only a few routes from the station to Big Sight. We run towards the outside and attempt to avoid the crowds.
すみません。コスプレの更衣室ってどこですか？
Oh! Someone tries to ask us for directions along the way, but I don't have time for help.
すまない。今ちょっと急いでるんだ。
ごめんなさい。参ったな。
Oh!
お見まなんて来るの初めてだし。
Oh!
友達とははぐれちゃうし、どうしたらいいのか。
Oh! The woman who called out starts muttering to herself, but I don't have time to worry about her right now. I'm here to find Dara. Wait, I could have sworn I've seen her somewhere before.
あ、
I raise my voice, prompting Suzu to turn out and look back at me.
どうしたの？
天音ゆきだ。今の女、さっきそこで俺に声をかけてきた女、どこかで見たことがあると思ったら天音ゆきだ。
嘘！母さんいたの？どこに？
今そこ。
I turn around, but the waves of people have already moved along, and Yuki's nowhere to be found.
そうだ。確か更衣室はどこかと聞いていた。
更衣室。私行ってみる。
They're gonna meet on their own, aren't they?
おい、鈴葉。
Suzu vanishes into the throngs of people before I can stop her. Tokyo Big Sight becomes almost impossibly crowded during Kamima. I know this place like the back of my hands, but even I could get lost. Is she going to be okay? There's no point in searching for Suzuha right now. I head out of the building alone, looking for Daru. Surrounded by crowds of people going from East Wing to West Wing and vice versa, I keep pushing towards the exit. If Daru's here somewhere, he's probably following the crowds headed for Cosplay Square. According to Kurisu's email, Daru was holding a large bouquet of flowers. Someone like that would normally stick out, but in a place like this, he's just gonna blend in with the colorful crowds of cosplayers. To make sure I don't miss him, I carefully scan everyone I pass while making my way forward. I also tried calling Daru's cell phone, but he probably doesn't even notice his phone ringing right now.
すまない。通してくれ。
I snake my way through the sea of people. Time-wise, all the visitors in the standby line are being let in right now. This is when Kamima is at its most crowded. People as far as the eye can see. I end up bumping into a number of folks, clicking tongues, angry voices. I hear people in the distance shouting and telling me not to run. Please, just let me go this one time. Finally make my way outside. Needless to say, it's packed out here too. Daru's phone is ringing.
どうした？ユキを見つけたか？
ごめん、見つかんない。それに迷っちゃったよ。
迷っただと？
See? What did I say?
だからごめんってば。
仕方がない。とにかくその辺のスタッフに聞くなりしてコスプレ広場に戻れ。さっきのあたりにマユリがいるはずだ。
わかった。そっちはどう？
こっちはまだ。
In the corner of my eye, I see a large frame pass by. That's...
誰だ？見つけた！すぐに連れてそっちに向かう！
I run off hanging without waiting for an answer.
誰？
Hold on. I actually need to go to the bathroom. Hold on. Be right back, guys. What? Did something fall over? Alright. And I have returned. Whoa! Person. I loudly shout his name, but he continues to march without so much as batting an eye. Perhaps he didn't hear me.
誰聞こえないのか誰
After yelling his name several times, he finally stops walking and looks around.
俺だ誰こっちだここここ
I wave my hands as they run towards him. Daro's eyes open wide when he finally realizes it was me shouting his name. Kurisu was right. He's holding a large bouquet of flowers.
オカリン、どうしてここに？
どうしてもこうしても何度も電話をしたというのにどうして出ない？
電話？あ、本当だ。ごめんごめん、全然気づいてなかった。
Yeah, exactly. I doubt it's so many people here.
まあいい。そんなことよりもこっちだ。
え？あ、おま。
He tries to object, but it matters little. They drag Daro by the hand and start walking.
オカリン、何するん？僕今から大事な用があるんだ。
こちらはそれ以上に大事な用があるんだ。人一人が生まれるか否かの大事な用がな。
は？人一人生まれるって何それ？産気づいてる人でもいるん？だったら僕なんかよりお医者さん探すべきじゃね？ほら、この中にお医者様はいらっしゃいますかってあれ。
そういうことじゃない。とにかく今は説明してる場合じゃないんだ。コスプレ広場まで来てくれ。
コスプレ広場？
お前に会わせたい人間がいる。
僕に会わせたいって、もしかして鈴畑？だったらちょうどよかった。僕この花を、うわ！
Daro nearly begins to ramble again, but instead starts to scream as I walk faster, dragging him along. We push down the path they just came from, this time in the other direction.
うわ！うわ！
悪い。通してくれ。
うわ！はる！はや！おか！ま！
Feels like there are even more people here now. Having to tow Daro along certainly isn't making this any easier.
待ってよ、オカリン。そんなに急ぐと。
Yes, we still have time left. I could probably afford to slow things down, but who knows when we might get our chance to fix things. Hardly in the mood to take a chill pill.
せめて手離してくんない？ちゃんとついてくからさ。
わかった。その代わり見失うなよ。
I know what's gonna happen. I let go of Dara's hand and push up against the waves of people. I look back and check on Dara every so often, and we finally make it to our destination. Never mind.
こっちだ、ダル。
うわ！
Don't be so rough with him. I take a good look around the cosplay square. If I remember correctly, Amane Yuki was changing through the cosplay changing room. In that case, there's a good chance she'll be headed there. She could be among...
岡部倫太郎
Suza sees me and runs over.
ごめん母さん見つかんない。
そうか。
However, I did manage to bring Daro. That's one half of the problem solved. Our chances for success are at least better than zero.
あれ岡部倫太郎父さんは
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I know exactly how this is gonna go. I feel like I know.
え？ダルならそこに。
When I turn around, Daro is no longer behind me. Why did that little... Did he get lost?
ダルどこだ？
岡部倫太郎あそこ
Take a look and spot Daro 10 meters behind me, lying prone on the concrete like a frog that tried and failed to cross the street. He must have tripped and fallen. I start to make my way over, but then...
待って
どうした？
あれ
Oh, I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! Suza pointing at something or someone. I follow her line of sight.
大丈夫
I knew it! I knew it. This is like goofy ass. Standing over Dara is a young woman in a maid cosplay.
母さん
There's no mistaking it. She's a lot younger than she is in the photo, but that is undoubtedly Amane Yuki, Suzuha's mother. Yuki looks down at Dara, a concerned expression on her face. Dara looks up at Yuki, dazed and confused. The two of them continue gazing at each other for some time. It's as though the two of them are frozen in time. Suzu and I watch their fateful encounter in complete silence.
えっと
Yuki's the first one to speak.
大丈夫かな。どこか痛い？
Is it just me, or does Yuki share the same VA as Suzuha?
そうよかった。
Yuki smiles like she doesn't have a worry in the world. Her smile really does resemble Suzuha's, though I suppose it's actually the opposite.
はいこれよかったら使って。
She does have the same VA, I swear. She takes a handkerchief out of her pocket and Daro slowly reaches for it. His mouth starts opening and closing like he's trying and failing to form words.
君に一生萌え萌えキュン結婚してくれ
What? Wait, what? What? Where did that come from? That seems... His grand proposal echoed throughout the venue. What? With every step, sweat falls from my cheek. I make my way towards my destination, the heat bearing down on me. You know, it's pretty sweltering in my room, too. The memory of Daro's embarrassing proposal at Kanima is still fresh in my mind. Where am I headed, you ask? I climbed the stairs to the 7th floor, then opened the door connected to the rooftop. The sound of heavy iron creaking rings throughout the area, and the light of the sun turns my vision white.
やはりな。こんなことだろうと思った。
After my vision recovers, the first thing I see is Suzuha trying to climb into the time machine.
ラボメンが俺に黙って勝手に帰ろうなどと。1億と2000年早いぞ。
She's not leaving. At least, you know.
岡部倫太郎どうして？
昨べの宴会でお前が随分と明るかったように思えたのでな。おそらく今日あたりに戻るのではないかと思ったのだ。
何それ？普通明るいとそんな風に思わないじゃん。
この法王院教魔を見くびってもらっては困るな。貴様の考えることなど100もお見通しだ。
参ったな。せっかく黙って帰ろうと思ってたのに。
She awkwardly scratches her head. Apparently, that's a habit she picked up from her mother.
あ、そういえば昨べ正式に父さんに振られちゃったよ。
振られた？
うん、父さんってば宴会の前に急に私んとこ来てさ、すまない、他に好きな子ができちゃってさ、だから僕のことは忘れて新しい恋に生きてほしいよだって。ほんと我が父親ながら思い込みが激しいよね。
まあ不必賛成などと言わなかっただけマシだな。
That is a very Dara thing to say.
それにその思い込みのおかげでお前の母親とうまくいきそうなのだから、
Oh my god.
感謝すべきかもしれんぞ。
かもね。
Suzuha looks up at the blue sky. She's probably thinking about what happened at Kamima.
君に一生萌え萌えキュン結婚してくれ
That is oh my, what? Dara would then go on to present her with the bouquet he had bought with him. You know, the one that had gotten trampled and crushed on the way over? Yuki wasn't the one frozen with shock. Everyone within 5 meters stopped moving. This goes without saying, but I'm certain nobody watching them would have ever guessed that it was their first time meeting. The crowd was watching with bated breath, waiting for her answer to his brave proposal. Hell, we had planned for this to happen, and even we were surprised. Suzuha and I could only watch in silence, waiting for the outcome. With all eyes on her, Yuki was completely still. Finally...
君面白いね。それ、何のコスプレ？
What guts? She was totally unshaken by what just happened. Yeah, Suzuha 100% takes after her mom. She wore a huge smile on her face.
コスプレじゃないよ。僕は本気で
Jesus,
君の
this
姿
fucking
に
guy.
ズッキュンって来たんだお。だから結婚してくれ。
それはちょっと。あ、でもここでこうやって知り合ったのも何かの縁だし、友達ならいいよ。
Dang.
うわ、マジで？
君、名前は？
橋田至。みんなはダルって呼ぶお。君は？
私はユキ。よろしくね、ダルくん。
こっちこそよろしく。ヤッホー！神までリアル天使派遣！ゆきちゃんマジ萌えっす。
恥ずかしいからちょっとやめてよ。
Yeah, no, they really are. You really can tell it's got the same VA. She's got that same, you know.
今思い出してみてもなんというか。
Yeah, I get that.
私も母さんから聞いて想像してたのとはかなり違ったかな。
They've been getting along swimmingly ever since, so I doubt there's anything to be concerned about. The fact is that Suzuha still exists here now is proof of that. Did Daru and Yuki meet as a result of her meddling, or as the attractor field theory suggests, were they destined to meet regardless of her actions? In the end, I have no answer to that question, but I honestly don't mind not knowing. Let's just say that this was a choice of Steins Gate. By the way, this was actually Yusuplay's Kamima cosplay debut. Even with that being the case, she was showered with attention during the last few hours of the event. There's no doubt she's going to become a famous cosplayer. Hell, there are already photos of her on the internet.
それにしても俺たちに黙って、しかもこんなに早く帰るとはな。
ごめん。本当はもっといたかったんだけどさ。でもこれ以上一緒にいると帰れなくなりそうだったから。
帰れなくなる？なぜだ？
Suso doesn't answer my question. She simply gives me a sad smile.
父さんと母さんが出会って結婚して、そして私が生まれてからもうすぐ19年。それでも長いなって思うんだから、やっぱ改めて考えると長いよね。
一体何の話だ？
気にしないで。こっちのこと。
Aww. Suzo straightens herself out and faces me, signaling that she's done talking about it.
それじゃいろいろありがとう、おかりんおじさん。
だからおじさんはやめろと言ってるだろ。そういえば聞き忘れていたが、俺は未来でお前に会ったことはあるのか？
Yeah, it's a little late to be asking questions, but I can't help it. I'm curious.
あるよ。って言っても本当に小さい時に一度だけだから、私はあんまり覚えてないんだけど。
一度だけなのか？
She'd been calling me the uncle this whole time, like we were close or something, so I figured we'd have met each other a bunch of times.
父さんとはよく会ってるみたいだけどね。なんでかな。私には会いたくないのかな。
こうして振り回された記憶がトラウマになっているのかもしれんな。
ひどい。
Her carefree smile doesn't resemble Daru in the least.
そうだ、帰る前に聞いておきたいことない？未来のこととか。協力してもらったお礼に一つだけ答えるよ。
では
ただし タイムマシンについては NG だけど。
Let me guess, that's what you're gonna ask. Curses, caught in the act.
タイムマシン以外で聞きたいことか。そうだな。では、未来の俺は。
What am I doing? Who am I with? There are plenty of things I want to ask, but...
やはりやめておこう。
いいの？
ああ。知ってしまったら。
Oh, yeah,
つ
baby.
まらなくなるだろう。
そっか。
Oh. Cut out again. Yeah, I swear, the voice files for this are, like, kind of weird. Suzuo looks at the time. This is it.
それじゃあ
Suzuo extends her right hand to me.
私のこと忘れない。
And I know it's the voice files that are being glitched. Because the music's playing fine.
お前はラボメンだ。忘れるわけがあるまい。
I grasp her hand firmly. She suddenly gives my hand a strong pull, and... What? I could feel a soft sensation against my cheek. Only for a moment. But I know that it's a...
私のこと忘れないようにっておまじない。
Yeah, no, no, you seem like the type of girl to be into... I'm not, okay, I'm not saying that.
それじゃあ今度こそ本当に行くね。ありがとう、岡部倫太郎。またね。
Suzuo climbs into the time machine without looking back even once. Then... With a thunderous roar, she vanishes to a time and place far, far away. A distant time, 26 years away. Fun fact, folks, we are closer to that than we are to Steins Gate timeline. I would like to remind you of that every time I play this. All I see before me is the blue sky. It's like that hunk of metal had never been here to begin with.
またねか。
It'll be at least 7 years before I see her again. But after I do, I should keep from seeing her for a while. At the very least, not until the time comes when Suzuha remembers a charm she left on my cheek. So that's why it's a loop. That's why he decided not to meet her. He's like, yeah, no, it's gonna be too weird between us. Ah! That is another round. That is another round down, folks. Oh. All right. Oh. Okay. Ah. I wonder, is there going to be another after credit scene after this? I feel like there is. Getting closer and closer. Man. Honestly, Suzuka has always been one of my favorites in this story. So, I don't know, like, it got a little infuriating at times because misunderstandings around. But, I gotta say, as far as the ending goes, I'll take it. Now they're ending down. Back to the Future, but from Doc Brown's perspective. I don't actually know how the song goes. I don't know how I'm keeping up, humming along. Ah. Science Adventure since 2007. I was 5 years old back then, Jesus. Oh, why am I so old now? I don't like this. After credits scene, or no? If there's, it's gonna be like in 2036, isn't it? It is, there is. It's definitely quiet. Oh, never mind. It's immediately after. It's definitely quiet. The endless blue sky stretches out before my very eyes. It's almost like everything had just been a dream. It's hard to believe that a time machine was sitting here just until a minute ago. She sure was a troublemaker to the very end. When will I be able to tell Dara and the others what happened today? Probably not for a long while, I imagine. Guess I'll just have to work Dara like a racehorse to make up for it.
Operation 7. これにてコンプリート。だな。
What a wild story. Suzuo came back to the past, had her own father fall in love with her, then helped to bring her parents together. It really is exactly like that one movie, Back to the Future. Fun fact, I cosplayed as Marty McFly. Twice for Halloween. For 2 Halloweens. Not in a row. How did that one end again? The exact same. Oh right, there's a sequel. After bringing his own mother and father together, the hero safely returns to his own time. But right when he's starting to feel some mind, no, that never happened. There's no way something like that would... Yes! Yes, baby! Yeah, baby! Let's go! Hmm? I could have sworn I just... A booming sound suddenly erupts in the area. Everything goes white. What just happened? No way! This couldn't possibly... My vision slowly returns to normal, and...
やっぱりか。
やっぱり若い時も捨てがたいよね。
は？
そんなこと言ってる場合じゃなかった。ね、今すぐ来て。
Oh my god.
来てってどこへ？
未来が大変なことになってるんだって。だからリンリンの力を借りたいの。いいから早く乗って。
Oh my god. Rin?
待て、その前に教えろ。
Looks like I'm in yet for another wild Suzuha ride. This is why Suzuha is freaking awesome. But you know what? I'm kind of okay with that.
だから待てないんだってば。ほら、行くよ、リンリン。
だからそのリンリンというのはなんだ
？Oh my god. That has to be a goated ending. A gape of root sauce, Suzuha. That was okay. That ending alone made it all work. Makes this one of the best routes. Okay. New wallpaper added to phone. Ooh. New phone. Okay. Okay. To my knowledge, this should be the one, right? Number 14. Okay, that was a Suzuha route, folks. I hope you all liked that. Sorry. throat's starting to go weird. I hope y'all liked that, folks. If you did... oh, God. Yes, it is about time I end this. If y'all like that, folks, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment if you haven't done so already. There's a bubble in my throat. And make sure to smash that bell so you can get rid of the bubble in my throat. That will get rid of the bubble. Okay. Anyways, the sky's up, and you guys are awesome. I will see you all in the next video. Cheerio!